I still get a little charge every time I hear the open for the Ben and Woods show, which you are currently listening to on 97.3 The Fan. Great to be here with you this morning. Let's get our heads right for a Wednesday. I'm surprised it's only Wednesday, to be honest with you. It's felt like a little bit longer of a week. Last week was fairly excruciating based on the play of the local baseball club. But you know what? This week, 1-1 so far since we've been back, and we will discuss all of the little intricacies of last night's game. I'm very proud that I said that word right because I never do. Intricacies. My little guy who's 7 is having a hard time saying animal. He's saying aminal. And he's like, I can't.
Aminal.
I said animal. He said aminal. Animal. Aminal. So, as you learn, I'm 50 years old. I can't say asterisk. It never ends. Even the older you get, and then you start to lose your faculties, and then you can't say words. So listen, just one long learning experience, but we appreciate you being here very much. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. And not too discouraged. Yeah, tough loss last night, but those are still going to happen. And it was good to see Michael King back on the mound as well. We'll talk about that this morning, of course.
Yeah. I wanted to start, though. I was driving home from the gym yesterday, and I was talking to my mom on the phone, and I got a phone call, and I go, hang on, Mom. I'll call you back. To my boss. And I go, oh, boy. He's calling me in the middle of the day, about 1 o'clock. I go, this can't be good. I go, this can't be good. Hello? Hey. Hi. How are you? I'm fine. Just wanted to say, how you say I always only call you for bad news. I got
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of bosses
it's true.
Feel that way, like I'm only calling for the bad stuff.
My heart kind of sank, and I'm like, oh God, what did I do? What did I say today that got an email sent? Whatever, right? Like, what's going on? And he proceeded to give us a lot of flowers and credit for the absolutely ridiculous ratings that came in for the month of August. Numbers that I did not know were really anyone was capable of. Not us, anybody. Like, I was like, whoa. And so I texted you guys and told you, and I'm sure you guys had the same reaction.
Dude.
And I wanted to take this moment to not only tell you, Paulie, and you, Benny, how proud I am of you guys and of us, but how thankful I am for this audience that has matriculated to this show over the years and has made us your show of choice. And honestly, surpassed all of my wildest dreams. Like my wildest dreams. You guys have done it. So thank you to the tier ones, the most dedicated, loyal, not always kind, but the most dedicated, loyal group of madmen and women that I could have ever dreamed of. So thank you guys so much. So much. I can't even thank you enough.
We've had good months in the past.
We've had really good months.
We were trying to think. We've never seen a number like that.
No,
and it was kind of jarring to see it. It was like, holy crap.
Clearly there's been a mistake. It was my immediate reaction.
Anytime that happens where we do have a good month, for me personally, I think back to like the very beginning of this show at our old station with our old bosses, and the ratings share number that they hoped that we would get. Like they said, hey, if you can get this, that would be this show working. That should be your goal. To where we're at now, it's pretty remarkable. Like from what our goal was for when this show started to where we've got.
Well, to do it as a sports show on a sports station, I just have no words. I really don't. I have no words, and I'm just so incredibly grateful and frankly, a little freaked out. I was a little freaked out when I got that number because you know how I operate. I'm like, nowhere going down. I mean, it's just like the worst feeling, you know? So, but it was so cool in the moment. I texted my parents, I texted my wife. You know, and the other part too is like, we get paid, right? We get paid. Typically sports radio, and this is not a shot at women, but we get kind of rated men 25 to 54. And so we always have pretty good male numbers. When he told me the numbers that we got for persons or adults, including women, that's what I wanted. I wanted a whole encompassing thing. I didn't want I don't want to cater to just men. Ben does. I mean, all he wants to do is talk about boobs and Cinnamon the stripper and, you know, Delilah and just
Hooter research.
Yeah, Hooter research. I mean,
booty rocking everywhere.
If he has,
it is 6 o'clock in the morning.
If that's all he thinks about, he's just catering to men.
Ganja, aka cannabis.
He's a degenerate.
He's a degenerate. So thankfully, the softer side of Paulie and I have been able to get some women to listen to this program.
F you.
Right.
I really didn't know what to say or think when I saw that yesterday. My first instinct, honestly, this is probably bad. Is there a mistake somewhere?
That's what I thought too. Somebody did something. You left something on.
You can't possibly really like us that much.
Let's not act like radio ratings the way they're still calculated in 2025.
This would be the point where maybe I would Ben-splain radio ratings. I can't.
You can't.
I don't know that anyone really knows exactly how they work. They are the most impenetrable, mysterious thing about our job. They're just a number that magically appears about 3 weeks after the end of every month.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, or a week or two.
With the technology at our hands in 2025, it's a ridiculous model. But it is the model. And until that changes, I'm going to say thank you very much for listening.
But all I know is that, based on these weird numbers that I don't understand, last month, and when you compare it to every other morning show in San Diego, and no matter how you break it down, you guys made us number one, which is really, really amazing.
It's incredible.
And I wanted to thank everybody in the audience this morning, which is just, you guys are, as Wood said, absolutely incredible. Sometimes nuts, but absolutely incredible. Your passion drives us, gets me up in the morning, gets us all up in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, really, really early in the morning to do this. And I don't even mind it anymore because I love coming in and doing the show with you guys. And for the tier ones, everybody in the chat, everybody listening on the radio, the app, wherever you're doing it right now, just, hey, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts.
Yeah, it's crazy. My camera went blurry. Somebody said, what's camera? It went blurry, but I'm not complaining. See what I mean about you guys being mean? I don't know what happened. Do I need to?
You're a little blurry right now. No, I don't think someone
smeared it.
I think it just kind of... Your Wi-Fi.
There you go. It looks like it's.
Yeah, there you're back. Actually,
back.
Maybe it did work.
That was amazing.
Refocused.
Man, I'm telling you, it was like a shot in the arm.
I'm so glad you pointed out the adults ratings too.
It was a goal that we set a long time ago. And we're like, hey,
that will never happen.
Let's set it and just forget about it and hope it happens. But when that happened yesterday, that's the one. I mean, the men number was huge, and then the adult number was really big. And I go, number one in adults? Yep. And for the month of August, and I go, that feels incredible. So, ladies,
thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to thank each of you personally at some point, just with a hug and a handshake. I'm a happily married man, but I am just so grateful. So grateful. I can't believe it.
So we've pulled off the impossible. Now comes the really hard part. Trying to keep it there.
How do you stay? How do you stay?
That's even harder than getting there in the first place.
Yeah.
But
I already can see the phone call from Woods in about a month from now.
What happened?
When we get September.
What the F is going on, Paulie? Oh, man. But just incredible. Just an incredible phone call to get. And incredible. The giddiness that I had to then text Ben and Paul, and then waiting for the dots to appear from them of like, oh, and they're like, whoa, holy cow. My wife, my family, my mom, so proud of it. I called my mom back, tell her why I had to get off the phone. And she's like, man, I'm so proud of you. You've really done it. So it's just a great day all around. Then I was at the gym. Don't listen, babe. I was at the gym yesterday I finally got back to my gym in PB where I go. And when I tell you I'm the ugliest guy there, it's not even close. I mean, it's just not, it's not even a comparison. I'm the skinniest, creamiest, like skinniest legs. And I wore shorts yesterday, no tights. I really am stepping out. So I'm walking in there and look, it's covered in beautiful women. It looks like the Playboy Mansion, but they're actually exercising. So I just keep my head down, I keep my mouth shut, and I plow through my workout and try not to die. And yesterday, after like a year almost, a tier 1 grabbed me like by the shirt and was like, "Woodsy," I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Dude, I'm a huge fan. I listen every single day." And on the floor of the gym, was like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, you can get a picture with me." Snapped a little selfie. People are looking, who's that guy? Why is he taking pictures with him? I was like, you know what? Today was a really, really great day. So it was awesome. Now, Padres did let me down a little bit last night, but I'll tell you what, my blood pressure didn't go through the roof last night. I put it in the chat earlier. I feel like sometimes you just lose a ball game. Like there's games that drive me bananas. Last night was one of those. I went, I'm going to try to look at the positives today. Because there were some for sure. I mean, you'd be a fool to think that there weren't. Sometimes you just lose a ball game, and we will talk about that. Talk about that later on in the program.
We will. Mostly the positives, I think. Again, I feel the same way you did about last night's game. Sure, Robert Suarez gut punch, giving up a 2-run home run, but it's not like he even gave up a lead in the 9th inning. You weren't guaranteed to win that game, even if he gets through that inning in the 9th. You need to still score a run at some point, which is very hard to do in Major League Baseball. That was a close game that could have gone either way. Reds are not a bad team. They're still fighting to the end of the season. And, you dropped one yesterday. How do you bounce back today? That's the question. And I do think today's game is one of the biggest ones remaining on the Padres schedule. One of the most pivotal games of the season. Not to make the playoffs necessarily.
Right.
But I think today is pretty critical for your San Diego Padres.
As do I. And we're talking way too much baseball. And this is kind of a Padres story. I told you guys before, Ben, did you find any other examples of what's happening to me currently?
I did not.
Okay, but you did. You do remember.
I thought I've seen some people posting online about this, but I have not found the specific examples you were looking for.
I'm dying to know if anybody in the listening audience also has had this issue.
So, I told you guys the story. Our buddy Mailman Jack in LA listens every day. And
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie. He says to me with regularity, if I didn't know you as well as I do and have spent years around you and your best friend, I would think that you were lying through your teeth half the time. And I said, Jackie, I can promise you on this radio show, I have never, ever, ever made up a story. Never one. Never. And I don't really even embellish them. He goes, the weirdest stuff, and you guys know it. You've spent time with me.
You send us the screenshots.
I send you the screenshots, the pictures every day.
And how many times do I just respond? I'm like, how do you attract this energy 24/7?
It's 24/7. So Sunday we play baseball, and I come home and I put on MLB Network, and I turn on MLB Network, and it was like. It was in Spanish. And I go, oh, that's weird. Maybe they're doing they're doing something to celebrate the Spanish, broadcast. No big deal. So the game comes on. Game was a day game, that game. So I didn't think too much about it. Sunday night, get the kids down, eat dinner, whatever. Didn't even have the TV in the living room on. Now, again, this is the TV in our living room. TV in our bedroom, no problem. Monday, time to watch the Padres. Put the game on, channel 83. I have Cox. I've had Cox for a long time. I enjoy Cox, but this might be an issue with Cox. So
don't sell yourself short. You're a big fan of Cox.
I'm a big fan of Cox, but Cox is expensive. It's way more expensive than it used to be. Cox used to be cheaper, but now something's wrong with Cox.
How do we fix Cox?
In my living room, channel 83 is in Spanish only. So the Padres game is in Spanish only with English subtitles. So I thought to myself, clearly I have two kids. messing with it's always the best part of being a dad. You guys messing with this remote? So they're messing with the remote.
So you have
They've
Spanish
done something.
Cox cable.
On one channel, I have Spanish Cox. Yes. Normal, the other ones are just regular Cox, but this one is Spanish Cox. So I go, this is weird. So I look for the SAP
Okay, you're
button.
smart enough
Yes.
to do this. Working in television for as long as I have, you get emails going, idiots, you're in Spanish, and the answer is almost always
Your SAP.
you have pushed the SAP button, which stands for Secondary Audio Program.
Did not know that. I thought it was Spanish audio program.
Secondary Audio Program, which is a sub-channel, usually foreign language, and here, most of the time, Spanish, that is broadcast underneath the normal, English broadcast of your whatever you're watching.
So I clicked the deal, and it says SAP, and everything else that is clicked is greenlit. SAP is not greenlit, meaning it's off, right? Subtitles is on. Subtitles are in English. So I'm like, well, this is weird. So then I turn to Fox 5. Fox 5 is on. There's no audio. Zero. It's just you're looking at a screen of the news.
But your mute button is not on.
Mute button's not on. So I'm like, I run to my bedroom and I put on 83 on Cox, the Padres game. Hey, it's Don Orsillo. I'm Tony Gwynn. And you're like, okay, this is run back in. Oh, hola.
Bienvenidos.
Yeah, bienvenidos. And I'm like, what is happening? So then I go to channel. So 5 doesn't work at all. No audio. I go to channel 10. Perfect. English, the whole thing. I don't know what is happening to our TV. So my wife hits me with she says this last night in bed. I'd like you to run point on this. I looked at her. I go, excuse me? She goes, I need you to take charge on this. I go, what? Me? I was like, I can't even download an app. I was like, you want me? She's like, well, I'm not going to spend my time on the phone with Cox. I go, I know you don't like Cox very much. You probably like Cox less than you used to, but I would like you to handle the Cox situation. So much. I'm begging you to handle the Cox situation, in fact. But I don't want to do it. You're better at handling Cox than I am. So if you want me to do it, I really don't want to. She goes, well, maybe it's time for an upgrade. Or I go, an upgrade? We pay $350 a month. She's like, well, maybe
somewhere we can pay $600 a month.
Will that make it better? What will it cost me to fix this Cox situation? And
if you're going to upgrade your Cox, you're going to have the Cox guy come over.
Cox guy's going to come over.
He's going to have to help out.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you have another guy in the home. And so I thought, well, I don't want to do this. But has anybody heard of this happening to anyone?
I saw someone, at least a couple of people, like last week or 2 weeks ago, saying that they were having audio foreign language issues with their cable provider. But I don't know. No one's saying in the chat. Usually someone in the chat
will have an answer.
That happened to me, and I haven't seen that yet this morning.
I did. Okay,
everyone's laughing, and I don't know why.
I don't know why everyone's laughing either. We have a problem with Cox in our home. And somebody said, reset your cable box. That will force it to do a hard reset. All right, I will try the old hard reset today.
You haven't done that already?
No, but we have the same cable.
Yeah.
We have the same cable box for every TV.
The answer to everything in the year 2025, the
is
first answer is unplug it and then wait like 10 seconds and plug it back in.
I've never heard anything like this before, ever.
That is wild.
It's really, really wild. And so, I mean, I actually watched a good piece of the game in Spanish last night. I did. I was like, all right, I put myself.
What happened? So then, what? The whole game?
Well, it was when I was in the kitchen.
Oh, it's just that.
I'll get a little snack. I'll get a little snack after everyone goes to bed. Now because I've been working out. I had a little fruit and a little protein. And that was my snack instead of like Doritos and stuff. So I was in there and I go, well, I want to watch it was like the 8th. So I put it on and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna watch it in Spanish. So I did. It was kind of entertaining. But I don't know what the problem is. I really have no idea. So I will try the hard reset. And if it doesn't work, we may have to fix our Cox in our home, which is a problem. It's never heard of anything like that happen.
Straighten it out. What? That makes you laugh after all that?
Dynamite drop in.
He was so quiet throughout. He
Hadn't said a word.
Oh, what a legend. What a legend. Well, I guess that's threw me for a loop.
Why don't we take a little Kelly break for traffic, and then we'll come back and set the menu for the program this morning with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by the kids of Caltrans. Good morning. We're waking up to a little patchy drizzle around parts of the county, so you definitely want to take that into consideration. We've already got several problems here. One of them is some large debris reported on the Sereno Valley Road off-ramp, South 805. Also a collision southbound 15 near the 163 appears to be blocking the HOV lane, and in the North County. Got a solo vehicle accident south 15 just past the 76. That's in the center divide.
My mom, my papa, my daddy. Where's the Caltrans? On the freeway, right next to speeding cars.
Please be careful.
Be alert. Be work zone alert. Brought to you by the kids of Caltrans.
All right, coming up on the Wednesday edition of Ben and Woods this morning, we will go through the Padres Wrap-Up. It was nice. We had some Wrap-Ups, but got to go through the loss yesterday to the Cincinnati Reds. Got the series rubber game coming up later today, and the Padres, I think, again, very critical game. I'll explain why. I think today's game in particular is one of the most pivotal remaining. Just 17 games left in the season now.
Oh, that's crazy,
17 games left. And while the Padres did lose a game in the standings to the Dodgers yesterday, I do believe the pathway is still there for the Padres to win the NL West.
Yeah.
But I feel like it requires a win today.
It feels
in
like
my mind, today is might be the one that decides the whole season by the end. I went through like the entire schedule of every go. You don't know what's going to happen.
Sure, yeah.
I looked at it and I go, I can definitely see this one being the pivot point of the rest of the season. So we will talk about that. We will pay off the incorporator. Did Jesse get soliloquy into last night's broadcast? It came late, but Paulie's got the audio for you. We'll play that coming up in our 7 o'clock hour, and we'll have all of our regular features as well. Don't do this. Take on Woods, another chance to qualify for the trip to Las Vegas to see the Eagles at the Sphere, the huge grand prize for this month. We had our first qualifier yesterday. Maybe you can be number 2 at 8:20 this morning. Got our Reindl Report in our 9 o'clock hours. We head until 10 o'clock this morning on Ben and Woods.
Yes, sir. And I did tweet last night. The Mason Miller to closer narrative starts at 6:30 sharp. And we will talk about that and why it's mostly just a coping skill for me. But we will talk about it. I did see it got a lot of action. As the narratives lately, the last few weeks, have gotten a lot of action. So we will talk about our newest narrative here on Ben and Woods.
All right, it's all coming up next. We'll start with the highlights. We'll go from there. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for making us your choice in the morning, San Diego.
Incredible.
We appreciate it greatly.
Thank you so much.
Paulie, Ben, and
incredible.
Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. And you know what? We're just trying to do a little service here for all those tier ones who are listening this morning and recommending, if you have not done so yet, get your legal affairs in order, your estate documents. That means a will or a trust to take care of your family in case something should happen to you. And hopefully it won't for a long time, but you just don't know. And if you pass away without a will or a trust, you can leave your family in a real bind.
Yeah, I mean, they're already in a bind because they lost you. Hopefully, they're very upset about it and sad. But, let's not make it worse on them. Handle your business. That's what it boils down to. And I speak now from my soapbox that I wasn't even on 9 months ago. I couldn't have said it to you 9 months ago because I didn't do it. But I went to trustandwill.com. Use the code radio20 and you'll get 20% off, and which is a great deal. They keep it affordable. And most of all, Benny, they keep it simple.
Yeah, it takes for us about 20 to 30 minutes. Your mileage may vary.
Couple innings, right?
Yeah, just a couple innings of baseball while you're watching a game. You can do this just on the couch. You don't have to go to a lawyer's office, no billable hours. It's affordable, and even more affordable, as Wood said, when you use the code Radio20, keep your family out of probate court with the trust, or just, bequeath some possessions with a will that you want to send out, or even pick guardians for your children. You really should have that done no matter what. Again, go to trustandwill.com. Use code radio20 at trustandwill.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
We've said it many times.
What? Cox? Cable?
Well, that, yes.
You did say that many times.
You said that many times. We're not the handiest of handymen on this show. Paulie probably the handiest of the three.
Yeah.
You and I lag
He plays it
far
down,
behind.
but
Yeah.
he's really could do it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's actually changed his own oil before. He could hang stuff in his home. Like, he's handy. He puts stuff together. We don't.
Had a moment last night.
You did?
I just follow directions.
Yeah, it's fair.
So the one of the cars, the one my son drives, my old car, my old Honda, wouldn't start. Pretty sure it was dead battery. No, I don't think he had left anything on. Just, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, just old.
Whatever, just old. I should be able to there's an auto parts store a minute away.
Yeah.
I should be able to do this on my own, but I'm just scared of it. It's like, it's electricity.
Replacing a battery.
Yeah, it's electricity. I don't want to do it.
I wouldn't even attempt it.
So I didn't. I called the AAA guy.
Yeah.
He got out there within 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Had a battery with him.
Bought
it from him. Yeah. He probably paid too much for the battery that I needed to, but it was as convenient as possible. And
but
it was done.
You're not dead.
I'm not dead, though. That is true. I'm not.
Good.
I was gonna say
dead.
I have done that, but I also pay for AAA, and it's like, well,
you would have.
That's literally like part of why I'm paying for it. So
you would have died had you replaced the battery. That's like you would have died.
He does it, and they're color coded. There's the red one and the black one.
Yeah.
And he's doing it.
So
it
he
looks
didn't just
very
charge it.
Simple. No, it was totally dead.
It was dead.
It was at zero. Don't know what happened. But
yeah, you would if you had to replace that, you would have died. You got caught. You got your hand caught in something. You would have died.
The part that really annoyed. Oh my goodness, annoyed me though. He said, didn't you just like our records show you just like replace this maybe within the last 2 years? That should still be under warranty. Do you still have the paperwork? Because we can give you a free battery. I'm like, no, can't find the paperwork for this battery.
Don't you have this online? It's 2025. You don't have a record of this?
Well, you'll have an email for this one when you buy it. So keep the email. Of course, this one will probably never fail now that I had the email and I'm going to save it. But yeah, I felt like now I paid an extra $200 that I didn't have to pay yesterday.
Mac Daddy wants to know out of the three of us who can say they've changed their own oil before. Just Paulie.
Just
Paulie's the only one. I wouldn't even attempt it. You
Diesel
couldn't
says
mess
the
up a car.
alternator is shot, Ben. You just made that up. There's no such thing as an alternator.
Nope. No, there's not.
I replaced the alternator in my old truck.
What?
You guys really do make me feel a lot
You're
manlier
very
than
manly.
I really am. It was not that hard of a thing, I think, for a guy that knows what he was doing. It took me like 8 hours. I was having my buddy who's a mechanic up in Washington FaceTime me, and he's like, all right, you see that thing? Yeah, unhook that. I'm like, okay.
Lou goes, can you even open the hood on your own? And the answer is yes, but not before I panic for a moment.
Yeah.
I find first, no, that way that's the gas release. Here's the hood release. So I hear that click. I go, okay, that's good. The hood is now released, but it's still not open. You try to pull it, and it's like it's not opening. I go, I know there's a latch here as well that I have to find, and I kind of start, reaching under and feeling for the latch, and I go, I'm never going to be able to find it. This is going to be so embarrassing that I can't even get the hood up. But then I feel the latch, and it pushes, and I open it, and I take that little stick. And I stick it into the, the hood hole so it stays up. And I go, hey,
you still have a stick in your car? How old is it? Because mine just goes up and stays up.
No, I need to actually. This was my old car, like 150,000 miles on 2016 or 17 Honda. And I put the stick and it stays up. And I go, I feel pretty accomplished. I was able to get the hood open and staying open for the guy that I'm paying
for the real man to come.
To actually replace my battery.
Frioles says in the chat, be a man. And listen, I'll die on this hill. A man knows his limitations. Okay. I know my limitations. Therefore, I am as manly as anyone because I know what I can and can't do. And I know what I should and I shouldn't do. Also, I like to keep the economy going. I like to go to Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Keep those guys employed. I like calling handymen. Keep those guys. I pump money into this economy like nobody's business.
It's people helping people.
It's me. I am the great economist. This world doesn't survive without guys like me. Plumbers, house painters, guys that do a hard job. Without me, these guys are out of work. So that's how I look at it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, your president, 2025. All right. I am a creator of jobs. Truly. My payroll is so large It is so large. And all I do is funnel money back into this great city of ours. So instead of mocking me, you should be thanking me this morning. And that is it for me. Let's talk some Padres
All right, let's
baseball.
check traffic with Kelly, and then we'll get into the crap up, and we will talk about what happens both in the early innings and in the ninth inning. Woods may be ready for a closer change for your San Diego Padres.
I really just like to get under Schulte's skin. I think that's pretty much the impetus for this. Hey, listen, we can talk about why it may make sense or why it may not make sense. I think that's a valid baseball conversation.
There's a conversation.
There's a conversation. Yes.
That is coming up next here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by the Oceanside Police Department, now hiring public safety dispatchers. A couple of problems on southbound 15. One is this collision right at the 163. Two left lanes are blocked. And in the North County, solo vehicle accident, south 15, just past the 76. That's in the center divide. The Oceanside Police Department is hiring public safety dispatchers, earn up to $87,000 a year. Lateral bonus is up to $11,000. 12-hour shifts, 3-day work weeks, paid holidays, benefits, and retirement. Apply at joinopd.net. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's a shame if they lose.
You got a problem.
Oh, a shame indeed.
I couldn't agree more.
Here are the lowlights from yesterday's game.
What the heck happened?
Are you kidding me?
Can't even believe it.
It's the
Padres Wrap-Up.
presented by Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
We'll give it 16 minutes of salt, and then we'll, get back on the pump and figure it out.
1 out, nobody on. Sal Stewart starting at first base here tonight for the Reds will stand in. Right-handed batter swings at the first pitch, hits it in the air, high and deep to center. Merrill is at the wall. This one gonna go. Oh boy, what a moment for Sal Stewart. His second major league home run. And as he rounds second and heads to third, he's going to be able to make eye contact with Manny Machado, his big brother, as he calls him, his mentor, one of his best friends. And he comes all the way home to score after a long home run here in the top of the first inning. Here's Will Benson, first pitch swinging, and he hammers it to deep right, way back and gone. No doubter for Benson, his 10th of the year. And the Reds get their second home run of the night to go up 2-0 here in the second. Swings to the first pitch, sends it in the air to deep right center. Fernando is back. He's at the wall. He leaps up. He reaches over, and he made the catch. Oh, unbelievable. Throw back to first. O'Hearn had to come off the bag and could not tag Lux for the double play, but hang a star for Fernando Tatis Jr., who just robbed another homer. Not running, and Merrill rips it on a line over the head of Stewart and down the right field side. It'll bounce and roll into the corner. Laureano's at third. He's going to be waved by Tim Leeper. Throw comes into the cutoff man. No play. Merrill head first into third. Another triple, and this one puts the Padres on the board. It's 2-1. Runners stay, and the pitch lined into left field sharply at Hayes. He'll make the catch. Tagging at third is Merrill. He's on his way as the throw goes to second. A sac fly for Cronenworth, and a tie game here in the fifth. Stevenson swings, hits it in the air deep down the left field line towards the corner, and gone, a home run. Tucked it into the first balcony of the Western Meadow building, just to the right of the yellow line. And a 2-run homer here in the ninth inning for Tyler Stevenson has put the Reds back on top. It's 4-2. Sheets has flown out. Laureano is grounded out. And now 0-2 on Merrill. Pagan ready. Here's the pitch. Jackson swings and misses. Strike three. Got him to go after a ball in the dirt. And a 1-2-3 ninth inning for Emilio Pagan to pick up the save. And the Reds get a 2-run homer in the ninth from Tyler Stevenson to win this game by a final of 4-2.
Bullpen's great. Bullpen's been fantastic, as we know. Robert's been terrific. It was 2 quick outs, and then the 4-pitch walk to Lux, and then sinker that ran into his barrel, and he's a strong kid. Obviously, he almost went deep to right field, and put a swing on him, and got it out of there. But Robert's been lights out, pretty much all year, and definitely since the All-Star break, and so he's it's been great. He's proved he's human today.
Yep, he did. He proved he was human. And again, I looked at that game, and as I'm trying to keep my blood pressure down for my health and things like that, it didn't really spike last night. I thought all in all, the results notwithstanding, it was a pretty good baseball game. Michael King, I thought pitched really, really well. For his first outing back. 2 solo home runs, done. I'll take it. Ball was moving. Didn't get a lot of whiffs yesterday, Benny, but the ball was moving, and it had that Michael King movement, and you know that there's more there in the tank, right?
Yeah, it was. I'm not going to go so far as to say
the
Padres actually won when they lost.
They kind of won when they lost.
This was
if that's the new narrative,
this was
in
the
baseball,
same scenario.
Same exact
the
scenario.
Dodgers won when they actually lost because, it was
Shohei.
Ohtani who came
Shohei.
back. It's fine.
Yeah,
Michael King came back. That is an extremely important thing for the Padres going forward.
Correct.
And he looked pretty much like Michael King.
Yeah.
Now, he said afterwards, my command was off. Fastball command, even off-speed stuff, wasn't where I want it to be, but it was moving enough that other than 2 pitches, he was able to pitch very effectively for 5 innings. And that is now 5 straight starts, 1 entire trip through the Padres starting rotation. And no one would have seen this coming 5 days ago.
Yeah.
You're heading to Coors Field, and then you're coming home to face the Reds, and you've got nothing but crummy starting pitching for almost 2 weeks. And every single guy took their turn and gave you a good performance. At least 5 innings, 2 or 3 runs or less. Some went even 6. It was just what the doctor ordered for the San Diego Padres these last few days. That is undoubtedly good news, and seeing Michael King back on the mound was fantastic.
And the bullpen, Estrada, Peralta, Mason Miller were outstanding. No runs, 1 hit between those 3 guys. And Robert Suarez, again, it's just the brutal walk to Gavin Lux. And, we talked earlier before the show, Benny said, he may have been trying to work around a lefty. I don't think a closer should ever, especially in a tie game, ever work around anybody. I mean, unless it's Shohei Ohtani, certainly not Gavin Lux slugging OPS of 719. I think he just missed his location. And again, the pitch that the guy hit out was a sinker, like Schulte said, down and in. He threw the head and he got it out. Like you said, he's a strong kid. But man, it just, you look at that, Benny, and you go, all right, your immediate knee-jerk reaction is, well, Mason Miller, who has given up, 2 runs since he's been here or something, striking out 50% of the batters he faces.
Wasn't one of them like the first?
It was the second game to Lourdes Gurriel, right? I was in Hawaii. That's how long ago that was. He's been outstanding. So I think you look at it and you go, well, clearly there needs to be a change in closer. And Schulte has done a good job in finding the matchups and the lanes and things like that this season. And we always say it too. Let's get Mason Miller for the top of the order. And that's exactly what he did. He had Mason Miller out for Reindl, Stewart, and...
It was Reindl and Stewart. Suarez got De La Cruz and Hayes, the 3 and the 4 hitters, to start the inning. I think there is certainly a conversation to be had if the season is on the line and you have a choice between the 2 guys, Mason Miller or Robert Suarez, to go in and pitch. And I mean, throw in Adrian Morejon as well, who's been fantastic. The choice, I think, is fairly clear. If there is 1 inning left, it's the 9th inning of Game 7 of the World Series, and both of those guys are fresh, and you need to protect a 1-run lead. I would rather have Mason Miller in the game, all things being equal. Now, I don't think last night's game is the argument to be made. I think Mason Miller was used in the proper spot in last night's game. Reindl has been tough against you guys. Stewart had already hit a home run. He got through a tough lane in the 8th inning. The 8th inning is often where the game is won or lost, sometimes much more so than the 9th inning. And if the Padres had scored in the bottom of the 8th, like 2 or 3 runs, I think he would have been fine, and it probably would have been a different outcome for Robert Suarez. Always tougher for a closer to go into a tie game than having a lead. The pressure is no longer so much on the batters to have to score the run. And don't forget, they asked Robert Suarez to get 5 outs
the night before
on Monday.
Yeah.
And then he got 2 more, so that's 7. So this is now the 8th and 9th batters he's faced in very high leverage situations in 2 days. I'm not saying it's malpractice to put him out there. He was your guy. This is what happens, though, when you lose Jason Adam. This is the first time that we've really seen the loss of Jason Adam perhaps come back to hurt the Padres a little bit, because had you had Jason Adam, he probably would have pitched one of those innings. You still would have had Mason Miller. You might have saved Robert Suarez for extra innings at that point because he had pitched the day before. Just a little bit less depth can come back to bite you in a game like this, especially when you played another close game the day before and used your high leverage relievers. Doesn't mean they misused them, though, in the game.
No, and here's the thing. It really where it starts is with the offense, or lack thereof, from the San Diego Padres. 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Top of the order. Toddy 0 for 3 with a walk. O'Hearn got a knock, 1 for 4. Manny, another 0 for 4. Sheets 0 for 4. Laureano 0 for 3. Got on base with a walk. Merrill had a great game. I mean, Jackson Merrill had 2 of the 3 hits. And after that, Iglesias, nothing. Cronenworth, nothing. Arise, nothing. Fermin, nothing. Elias Diaz, nothing. Will Wagner, nothing. I mean, 3 hits. 3 hits, 2 runs, 6 left on base. It starts and stops there. Zach Littell had given up more homers, I think, than anyone in the big leagues. The thing that bugs me is
nearly gave up a couple.
Nearly gave up a couple. Yeah,
mean, Iglesias almost got him. Sheets almost got him.
Yeah, but Michael King almost gave up.
Another
one too.
I'm not saying the Padres should have won that game. I don't think the offense was like dismal. I didn't look at their at bats and go, these are horrible at bats. Had some lineouts,
We didn't hit a lot of balls hard. I mean, a couple balls hard. Iglesias was hit hard. Great play by Will Benson.
The game against Kyle Freeland, that was nothing going on. This was kind of baseball. This is a game that happens.
Yep.
You're going to lose some of these. There's a reason why every baseball team loses 60 games.
Correct.
Because you play games like this and you're not going to win all of them.
The thing that bugs me, and I think is bugging Padres Nation right now as well, why do other teams that also don't hit home runs come into Petco Park, and now it's like Cincinnati's ballpark? For them, that's the place where you're supposed to hit bombs. They don't have a lot of home run hitters, and they've hit 5 home runs in 2 games.
Well, the first explanation would be the Padres just have horrific pitching. But of course, that's not true.
It's not true.
They've been elite in run prevention all year. So that doesn't make sense. But you're absolutely right. So many teams come in and have hit more home runs against the Padres than they usually hit in a ballpark that doesn't give up that many home runs. The Cincinnati Reds came in and, everyone was blaming me for pointing out that they have not hit a lot of home runs. I was surprised on Monday when I pointed out that they have no 20 home run hitters, that they have not been going deep very often, but that was very true. And in fact, since the All-Star, and letters to AJ actually tagged me in his comment, he said, since the All-Star break, they are second to last in home runs. They're dead last since the trade deadline. They're 7th worst in baseball all season in home runs. They're a team that has not hit home runs until the last 2 nights, when they have hit them on a pace that would make them the best home run hitting team in all of baseball.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Why us? Why against us?
Otherwise,
why not for us?
Otherwise, they couldn't get a runner in scoring. They went 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. They had no offense at all last night. They had less offense than the Padres, other than 3 swings. They had nothing going on last night. The Padres pitching dominated, other than 3 swings last night, which cost them the game. It's a tough thing to correct. Like, do everything you've done for the 72 other good pitches, just don't throw the 2 bad ones. That's a tough thing to correct. Like, there's not a lot there to correct other than when you make a mistake, keep it in the yard.
You're still talking pitching, and I'm talking hitting. Why don't we hit? No. Why can't we hit home runs at Petco Park like other teams hit?
Well, we don't hit home runs anywhere.
That's true. That's true. So I don't know. I mean, look, somebody in the chat said fire Victor. I don't think that's the answer necessarily. Victor's not taking the swings. Somebody asked me the other day, Woodsy, can you honestly say that these guys are prepared for the game? I said, yes. Yeah. That I can say. It's the big leagues, right? That I do know.
They're very prepared baseball.
The approach, we've talked with Eno Saris ad nauseum about the approach of letting the ball travel. It's contact. They don't strike out a ton. These are inherently good things. But when you have sluggers on your team that aren't slugging, you have to look at what's going on. And you saw Manny just miss one last night. Cameraman got me. I will admit, cameraman got me good. I thought that was out. It wasn't.
Don got it. He did not get excited, and I go, I think this is a camera issue, and it was.
And the thing is, man, is like if hitting balls to the wall was cool, we'd be Miles Davis. No one hits balls to the wall that almost get out of Petco Park more than we do. The other team comes in, they're really comfortable hitting there. Purple says we signed Schwarber, he becomes a slap hitter. Yeah, bats 260 with 12 home runs for the Padres.
Have
It's
not
terrible.
talked about the play of the game, though. Fernando Tatis Jr. does it again.
Yeah, he did.
We can get to that and the Incorporator with Jesse Agler. Hour number 2 of Ben and Woods coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. He's already won one platinum glove. I'd almost be shocked at this point if he didn't win a second platinum glove this year. Of course, I'm talking about Fernando Tatis Jr. Welcome back. Hour number 2 of Ben and Woods here on a Wednesday
Fernando
morning.
Tatis Jr.
He was taking, I don't know if you saw this, he was taking ground balls at short before the game yesterday.
He does that.
I was going to say,
he does.
It's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon.
He's actually, I believe, told us when we talked to him once or twice at spring training. It's been a while, but he likes doing that even when he's in the outfield, just to stay sharp, and it's just part of his routine. Likes to go out there. He doesn't do it every day, but it's not an uncommon sight. I know there had been a lot of speculation about moving one of the outfielders into shortstop, Jackson Merrill or Fernando Tatis Jr., because of their experience at the position while Xander Bogaerts is out. But can we all agree it'd be insane to take Fernando Tatis Jr. out of right field?
It would be bananas at this point. Yeah,
he's not just a great outfielder. He's the best defender in the game.
Yes,
playing out in right field.
Correct.
You should never move him.
No.
He's in the right spot. And what he has done.
Yes.
And AJ Cashville went back just to figure out the numbers. Home run robbing catches are the most spectacular play in baseball, right? Defensively, certainly. They're rare, though. I mean, they have, if you get one in a season, you've done something pretty amazing, because you can't control. The ball has to be in a specific window. It has to be within 1 to 2 feet over the wall, or you have no chance to catch it, or it's not a home run robbing catch. It has to go exactly, 379.2 feet in the right spot for you to even have an opportunity to rob a home run. And then when you do, it's really, really hard to do, because you can't camp under it. You got to climb a wall. You got to jump, time your leap. It is very, very hard. We all know this. AJ Cashville went back and just counted now. In the last 27 games at Petco Park, Fernando Tatis Jr. has robbed 4 home runs. 4. That's a career. That's more than a career for most Major League Baseball outfielders. I doubt that there's more than a handful of outfielders in the history of Major League Baseball who have robbed 4 home runs in their entire lives. And he's done it 4 times in the last 27 games.
He's outstanding, man. It's just an outstanding transition to the outfield where, again, you mentioned he's already won one. He's going to win another one this year. He has to. I mean, he is far and above the best right fielder in the game. No question. And yeah, the thought of moving him back to the dirt makes no sense to me. Zero. But Jackson Merrill did make a little bit of sense, being that he's a little bit, closer to having played shortstop, albeit at the minor league level, which, that's what my question was about.
Jackson Merrill has also been a very good, and Mike Schilt would say elite center fielder. They can replace him with a very good center fielder in Ramon Laureano if they need to. You can't replace Fernando Tatis Jr. in right field. No one can. No one can. There's no one who could do it. It's incredible. I only wish, and he only wishes he had pulled off the double play.
Yeah, I mean, good throw gets him.
Yeah,
like
he had him.
He had him, and you could tell. You could tell he was so bummed. O'Hearn made a nice effort on it. O'Hearn had a nice game defensively as well over at first. And, again, begs the question of what the most optimized lineup looks like for the San Diego Padres. And, we'll see. We'll see what Schilt decides to do. My thing, too, and we talked a little bit about this about it this morning before the show, was so you put your better defensive lineup out to start the game with Jose Iglesias at short. He is a better shortstop than Jake Cronenworth. But that being said, Benny, you late in games, right, where defense still matters very much, and you're in a tie game, then you go to Croney at short, Arise at second, O'Hearn at first. Why not just start that way? Why not just start that way? Are you sacrificing, you're sacrificing a bat out of the lineup? Certainly, whether it's Sheets, O'Hearn, or Arise, they're on this little rotation now. But I think you could get all you can. I don't think
we know.
You can get all of them in the lineup.
We saw it for at least a game
if Croney starts it short. But why? So late in the game, in a tie game, when defense also matters very much, then you're going to put your weaker defense out.
So Mike Schilt's explanation, he talked about this before the game, and it made some sense. He said with Michael King on the mound, you expect him to induce more ground balls. So early in the game, go defensive, especially on the infield because Michael King's out there. And then later in the game, when you've got your strikeout pitchers like Mason Miller, Robert Suarez in, you're not expecting as many ground balls. You can risk it a little bit more because you need offense. When you're tied or behind.
But you need offense early. This team especially, I think,
get that.
needs.
I get that. I mean, this is his calculus. And I certainly understand his calculus. You know, the other day when he started Jake, he said, who was it on the mound? More of a fly ball pitcher. Was it Pivetta?
It was Pivetta, I think.
He said, more of a fly ball pitcher. I think we can go for the offense in that situation. More of a ground ball pitcher, probably want to go for the defense.
But
later in the game, you have more strikeout pitchers in the game. You can go back for the offense, especially when you need it. Now, when you have a lead, of course, you're not going to take out your defensive guys because you don't need to score any more runs to win the game. You need to prevent runs, and you automatically win. You can't win the game at 2-2, though, unless you score. You have to score to win the game. So he did something that was a little more aggressive offensively, and then you cross your fingers and hope it doesn't come back to bite you. It didn't last night.
No, it didn't.
I don't think he even got a play.
It hasn't bitten you yet.
No, it has not.
But again, I ask you this question, and I want an honest answer out of both of you guys. Is anybody on the planet mad if Jake Cronenworth starts at shortstop and over Jose Iglesias, essentially? No. To get all of the better bats, more slug, albeit not a lot of slug on this team, but more slug.
That's what you got.
That's what you got. Is anybody mad? Is anybody say, no, Schulte, you're an idiot, man. You should have started McCoy. He's got a better glove. I can't believe that Crony bobbled that ball. I really think this team right now, as it stands with what are we ranked offensively? Like, you got to go for runs. You need runs. You got to figure out how to start scoring runs at a prodigious rate, especially when you get to October. You got to have your best guys.
That would have gotten, had he done that would have gotten Luis Ariz into the lineup instead of Jose Iglesias.
Correct.
It's an upgrade.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But it's a slight downgrade at both of your middle infield positions.
Yeah. I'll take the.
You got to make adjustments when your shortstop goes down.
You have
to make adjustments.
You're upgrading one offensive position to downgrade two defensive positions.
Correct.
That math doesn't work out as well.
Works out for a team that doesn't score runs, though. Like if we're scoring runs is scoring runs is a problem. That defense hasn't yielded a lot of runs, right? That defense that you just mentioned.
It is not.
You got how many games left? 17?
17.
All right. If they go out and completely soil themselves, committing 4 errors a game. All right, fine. I was wrong. But until that happens, I think you got to roll with your best offense. I do, especially for a team that just doesn't score runs. And again, I look at it and I say, I want to go down with my best guys, with the guys that give us the best chance to win and score runs. You have to score runs to win. We don't score a ton of runs.
And this is very matchup dependent. I would fully expect, if he's healthy, Jose Iglesias to be in at shortstop today against a left-handed starter. I don't know if Andrew Abbott's splits are traditional or reverse, but
isn't he fairly nasty against everyone?
He's fairly nasty against everyone, but based on what we've seen from the Padres and Mike Schilt, he'll play those matchups. And Jose Iglesias, who got hit in the hand and did exit the game, that may have been part of it as well. I don't know if that was part of it, but he got hit in the hand and then exited the game later. He will probably be back at short if he is healthy today against the left-hander.
This is crazy. So left-handers hit to an average of 233, 275 OBP, slug 341. Right-handers hit to an average of 230, OBP of 289, slug 380. But the strikeouts, he strikes out. He's strucken. I almost said
strucken.
He has struck out 33 left-handers, 97 right-handers.
He faces a lot more right-handers.
129. I don't know the ratio. 129 ABs to a 413. That's probably about the same.
4-1. So
he's
pretty even on both sides.
Pretty even on both sides.
Maybe you got a slight advantage with a right-hander based on what I just heard, but very, very small. Yeah. He's tough against everybody. He's
tough.
Been bad his last couple of outings.
So have a lot of guys.
Yeah,
that come in here and hit the get right gang at the time.
Been very good against the Padres in the past, though, as Littell was as well. He shut down the Padres earlier this season, not with the Reds, but with the Rays before he was traded at the deadline to Cincinnati. So he's had 2 good outings against the Padres this year.
Yeah, so it's going to have to come from the offense. They're going to have to find a way. You can't keep saying it every day, but that's really just kind of where we're at,
Paulie, Incorporator time. Jesse Agler joined us yesterday, as he always does on Tuesday in our 8:35 segment, and gets a word that he's got to incorporate into that night's radio broadcast. Here's what we had for him yesterday. Here is your word today.
Pauciliquy.
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 Easy to
Pauciliquy.
say. Pauciliquy.
It means brevity or using very few words.
Okay.
Which
is a great word. I didn't know that word.
Pauciliquy. I didn't either.
And yesterday I was sitting there and I was waiting. Came in the 8th inning. I finally got a text from Jesse. He goes, whoa, almost forgot. It's 2-2 still. And I'm like, hey, it's a tight ball game. I certainly was not going to bother you and remind you about it, but he did get it in. It was Ryan O'Hearn at the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning pitching mound visit.
Ryan O'Hearn will be the batter, and the catcher Stevenson going to go out and visit Phillips. Just a 2-man meeting on the mound right now. Stevenson and Phillips, and a very brief chat. Stevenson, the Cincinnati catcher, very much a silicon kind of guy, and he's already back towards home plate.
Switched it up.
Silicant, but root word, fine, gets it in. Very few words spoken during the pitching meeting in the 8th inning.
He's the best.
I thought maybe what is there left to say about Fernando Tatis Jr.'s defense at this point?
Nothing. I mean, he's a legend, man.
It's time for Pauciliquy because we have nothing left to say.
That's right. Nothing else you can say. Keep up the great work out there. But yeah, I think offense today is going to have to be the star of the show. You do trust Nicky P, keep you in a ball game, but it scares me. Nicky P traditionally in his career has been susceptible to the long ball, and now that we're facing murderer's row of home run hitters, to be
5 different guys, right?
To be out homered 5-0 on a homestand it just can't happen, man. It just cannot
by
happen.
The Reds.
Oh, somebody wants to know. Have you guys ever heard of a show called Car Talk with Click and Clack?
Car Talk.
It's Car Talk with Click and Clack. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Because I'm getting.
I've heard of the Car Guys.
Because maybe that's it.
No.
Have you ever heard of Click and Clack?
I've never heard of Click and
All
Clack.
right. So Maddie in the chat is making me feel like I don't know my business because I don't know these guys.
NPR show Car Talk.
Car Talk
with who?
Click and Clack.
Click and Clack.
When did it air?
For over 30 years,
Wow.
Car Talk has offered unbiased reviews.
I thought it was Bob and someone. Click and Clack.
Car Talk.
Tom and Ray.
Magliozzi.
Oh.
Hey.
And when did it air?
The Tappet brothers. Trying to see.
Matt says one of the guys died.
Tom died in 2014.
Okay. I mean, also, I'm not listening to Car Talk.
Feels like I could follow a YouTube video and still not be able to fix
the late 80s or early 90s.
Fix my car. Someone just talking me through it. There's absolutely no chance.
I don't think that's what they were doing. I think they were talking about cars.
Right.
But not
engines.
Repairs. Is it all repairs? They weren't just like, hey, have you seen the new Datsun? It's really cool.
1986 Datsun.
Yeah. You seen the new Impreza? It's super impressive. I think maybe that was it. I never heard of Click and Clack. So, I mean, I'm in the radio business. I've never heard of them.
I've heard of Car Talk on NPR for sure because it's been around forever.
They did give diagnosis advice all the time.
Yeah, I think, you called in and say, hey, I'm hearing this sound in my engine, or I'm getting a knocks and pings. Remember the ads where the gas would fix the knocks and the pings?
Of course.
I've never had any, I don't think any knocks and pings in my engine.
It was on Sundays in the 90s. Jessica says, Sundays in the 90s, I was asleep or still up from the night before and was not listening to Car Talk ever. On Sundays in the 90s. That was a guarantee. But listen, now that I know, I'll go back and maybe check some of the archives. I'm a radio historian. I'd never heard of them. I consider myself one, but apparently I missed the boat on Click and Clack.
Okay, I didn't know it was Click and Clack, but Car Talk on NPR was definitely an institution, I believe.
Great names. Click and Clack.
Now, was it serious or were they funny?
I don't know. maybe funny. JH says this is why you guys can't change your oil. Exactly. Callers would call in and try to mimic the sound of their engine. Like, okay, my engine's doing this. See if we can find some old callers to click and clack. I'd like to hear it.
Wheeze.
Yeah, it's great.
I can see how that would be entertaining radio at some point.
I could too. Click and clack. It's like the Let's Talk Hookup guys, man. Those guys are legends. I've listened to their show a little bit, but I'm not a fisherman, so I don't have a tremendous interest in fishing. It's like Brent and Chase Wilsey. They talk about money management. I don't have any money, nor am I good at managing money. So, like, why would I listen to Brent and Chase Wilsey when they're telling me what to invest in when I don't have any money to invest? Does that make sense?
The fishing show is legendary. I used to come in. Sometimes I'd work mornings, and they'd be wrapping up their show on the old 690 back in the day.
Yeah.
Lines were absolutely lit.
Slam.
I mean, it was like drive time, like when Jim Rome was on. But this was 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
Yeah. You got some?
I got some.
All right, let's hear it.
Public Radio with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers. And we're broadcasting this week from the April Fool's Center here at Car Talk Plaza.
As many of you know, April Fool's Day is upon us here. And we have to admit, we never really know what to do about
Well, in general,
I mean, it's a joke that we're on the other 51 weeks, right? I mean, if Scott Simon comes in on April Fool's Day and does something strange, people will say, ooh, it's April Fool's Day. But what could we possibly do as an April Fool's joke?
What is that accent?
That would cause anyone to even pay attention? Nothing.
We could give out a right answer.
They're from
Or maybe
Cambridge,
we could, not
Massachusetts.
insult anybody. That would be good.
We could be nice to our producer, Dougie. Nah.
They're New Englanders.
If you have a question to
Hold it. You're trying to sneak by here. I got all kinds of stuff to read to you.
I was hoping that in your dotage,
Yeah,
I would be able to slide stuff past you.
You guys feel smarter?
I don't know. Didn't hear a lot of car talk yet. But maybe they were just there to be your friends and entertaining.
Maybe. It doesn't pump my nads on the first listen.
So why should the recorded number of head injuries per battalion increase when the men were wearing metal helmets rather than cloth helmets?
We're talking football.
And I know
now.
the answer too.
Okay.
Well, it's just an example of how statistics can lie to people.
Yeah.
And have people crying out, "I knew we shouldn't have been using those
Right. Get
damn
rid of
helmets."
those helmets.
And the
All right. Legends in the biz.
Apparently so.
Click and clack. Somebody says I only listen for clack.
Oh,
He's not a
well.
click fan. Their accents sound made up. It sounds like we're in here doing a bit.
That's all he says to the guy.
All right. They grow on you, says Michelle. Hard to explain. I get it. That floats your boat. I'm glad that you listen. Thanks for supporting talk radio. That's what that's
Click is clown, but
clack I can listen to. One of the best tweets of all time. Woods is clown. Woods is clown. Ben I can listen to. It's a common sentiment.
We've got Don't Do This is coming up next. Some absolutely ridiculous reporting coming out involving this Kawhi Leonard scandal. They're taking it out to the next level and digging up some of the old receipts.
Leave my man alone.
I don't know. I mean, it's a weird story. I don't necessarily blame Kawhi, but the details are pretty funny at this point. We'll get to that coming up next. Don't go away. More Ben and Woods coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3, The Fan. First up, though, SDFatLoss.com was how I lost my weight a couple of summers ago. Lost 40 pounds in 60 days, and that is not outside the norm of what you can expect when you follow along with their program. Doctor developed, and then you've got your coach, your counselor, who's going to help you every step of the way. Lose up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days. And what makes SDFatLoss.com so different, again, it's based on real food, stuff you eat at the grocery store. You can even eat out and still lose weight. There's no bars, there's no shakes, there's no injections, and no exercise necessary to lose the weight. They'll change the way you eat. They'll change some of your habits, but I could do it, and I love eating. So if I can do it, I know you can do it as well. Tier 1s have lost thousands of pounds in San Diego on this program. You could be the next. All you have to do, sign up for a free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. They'll explain the program, and when you mention my name, Ben from 97.3 The Fan, you're going to get $200 off right now to change your life by losing the weight and getting rid of some of the back pain, look better in the mirror, whatever it is you're looking for with weight loss. It's definitely going to improve your life like it did mine by going to SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't do this on a Wednesday, brought to you by Trust and Will.
Don't
leave your entire estate, house, kids, and life savings up to chance if and when you die.
Do
set up a Trust or Will online at trustandwill.com.
This
is a lot more affordable than you think. Visit trustandwill.com for more info. I don't know why I found this just amusing yesterday, but of course, more people are digging into the story about Kawhi Leonard's, fake endorsement deal with the Los Angeles Clippers. See a lot of tree planting jokes lately.
Of course.
Oh, someone planted a tree. Kawhi gets $10 million,
right,
or something like that. And we'll see if anything comes out of it, if the Clippers will face any fines or lose any draft picks. I did see, it was pointed out, Steve Ballmer, no one could pay Kawhi Leonard more than Steve Ballmer did with the extension. The Clippers, because they were re-signing him, already pay him the absolute maximum they can. So it's not like he could have gotten more from somewhere else.
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. Like, I mean, what would they, if they had said no, what was Kawhi going to do? Go somewhere else for less money than stay with the Clippers? I don't know. But this new story that came out yesterday goes all the way back to 2019 when Kawhi was deciding on whether to stay with the Toronto Raptors or explore the market. And eventually he would sign with the Los Angeles
the title, right?
Clippers. Yeah, they write off the title, but they, they're trying to keep Kawhi, obviously keep the championship team together as much as they can. And according to the Toronto Star, Kawhi Leonard, through his uncle Dennis Robertson, who has been with him, Kawhi, of course, lost his dad in a murder like when he was young, and Uncle Dennis became kind of the father figure. He was around when he was at San Diego State, made some demands of the Toronto Raptors to try to get the deal done. In addition to the max contract, according to the Toronto Star, he was also looking for $10 million annually in extra sponsorship income that Dennis said, and he won't have to do anything for it at all. He wants an endorsement deal in which requires zero work whatsoever, and he wants you to set it up. So kind of lend some credence to the whole, and the Clippers made that happen through this tree deal. But that wasn't all. They also said that Uncle Dennis demanded a stake in ownership in the Toronto Maple Leafs hockey team, to which the Toronto Raptors replied, well, I mean, we don't own the Maple Leaf.
We're the Raptors.
We can't
make it happen.
We can't make them
make it
not my problem.
happen. Make it happen.
Sounds like a YP.
Yeah, that's a YP, not an MP.
They told Kawhi and Dennis that's impossible. We can't give you any of the Maple Leafs to stay here in Toronto.
Would like to ask our boss Michael for the next contract. I'm gonna need a stake in STFC. I just want a taste, so make it happen. Okay, I want part ownership in STFC. Padres would be a conflict of interest, so STFC.
That makes sense.
Okay. All right. So,
are you getting it out of Manny's share or is
no,
someone else?
Don't care.
You don't care.
Not my problem.
Not your problem.
No, not my problem. That is wild.
Michael's in the chat. He says no.
Oh, he did. Okay. So you always ask for the order, right? You ask. You never know what you can get.
Sure, I get the idea. Hey,
what else do we want?
It's a negotiation.
Ask for the moon.
Brass ring. Ask for whatever you can get. But at some point,
you want to pitch for the Blue Jays?
At some point,
you would like to DH one game
the
a year.
demands do seem like they have to be somewhat realistic.
Yes, correct.
You're going to have a serious conversation.
I don't even know how to get into this next story. We have like a minute left. Wander Franco in trouble again. And he was detained by police, taken to a clinic for a, quote, mental health situation in the Dominican Republic, Ben. He was streaming on social media as he spoke with officers. So you could actually see the cops kind of come into his room. His family called, wanted him taken away to a mental health institution. I'm a big advocate and proponent of mental health. He's also a pedophile. So I don't know how to feel. I really don't know how to feel.
It is an interesting dilemma.
You don't
want to wish bad mental health on anyone, but who wouldn't have bad mental health when you had the world at your
fingertips?
Not
even at your fingertips. You had the world. You had the big contract. You were a superstar player.
One of the best young shortstops in baseball, and you literally lost it all.
Yep.
Who wouldn't be a mental wreck at that point?
Correct.
And now the question is, do we want him to be a mental wreck? I mean, does that serve society? He's not accused of doing anything criminal, I believe. It was simply his family was so
in this
worried
case.
In this case. He was so worried about why he was detained by police wasn't because he committed a crime. It's because his family asked him, can you take him somewhere to get help because he is so messed up now?
Yeah,
but who wouldn't be messed up?
Again, I think
do we want him to be messed up? It's weird. It feels weird wanting someone to suffer.
Here's my biggest problem with it all is giving a sex offender pedophile a 2-year suspended sentence is the worst thing you could have done for him. I think it's the worst thing you could have done for him. So
can he not go and get his mental health hopefully figured out and then still return to behind bars? Because
but he's not. He's suspended sentence, so he's free. He's not. He's
sucks, dude.
It's weird. I mean,
it puts you in a weird. If you're an empathetic person,
yeah,
and I am, I'm like, geez, man. You always try to put yourself in that guy's shoes of like, where did it all go wrong? First of all, it went wrong when you were flying in a 14-year-old to have sex with on multiple occasions, and then paying her mom cash so that you could do so, and then her mom accepting said cash. She got 10 years in prison. It's such a sordid.
Lock them both up.
Yeah, lock them all up. That's kind of how I feel.
But even people who commit crimes can turn their lives around.
Yeah, allegedly.
Be better, help other people, and be productive members of society. And that's not going to happen if you can't get your mentals right.
It's just gross. It's the whole thing's just gross, dude. It's just gnarly. I don't feel a lot of sympathy, actually.
No, it's not sympathy.
It's not sympathy.
But I'm not cheering for him to have mental breakdowns either. I don't know. Weird. All right, finally,
it's a weird story.
Little do this.
DD mega doo-doo.
Segue that.
Just want to offer our congratulations to San Diego's own Xander Schauffele, who his wife Maya recently gave birth to a baby boy, Victor Schauffele. No one even knew she was pregnant, at least publicly. They kept it very private.
She probably knew.
She probably
It's not
knew.
like Burning Man.
Probably his friends, Patrick Cantley. They knew. It only really came out this week.
Xander's on the driving range. Wait, what?
It only came out this week because Keegan Bradley, all of his Ryder Cuppers are playing in the fall event in Napa this week at Silverado. But Xander's not playing, and everyone goes, well, why? If you got the whole team to play. Well, Bryson's not playing, but he can't play in PGA Tour events because he's on LIV. So Xander's the only PGA Tour guy who's not there, and they go, that's weird. Is he mad or something about the team? And they go, no, he actually just had a baby.
It's their first?
So I think it's their first, yes.
Congratulations. Strap in, pal.
Congratulations to
Strap
Xander
in.
and Maya Shoffley on the birth of their son, Victor.
Kiss that sleep goodbye, buddy.
And that is don't and do this for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
We will go around, look at the rest of baseball, including some breaking news. A former Padre has announced his retirement from the sport this morning. Give you an update on that and more coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
First, though, Woods and I get to tell you about 7 Mile Casino, our place to play cards right here in the South Bay. It's such an easy drive to get to. Hop on the 5 freeway, head toward Chula Vista, get off on E if you're heading south, and then you're already on Bay Boulevard. It's the frontage road right along the freeway.
Yeah.
You go through one signal, and then you'll see it past the Rambler Motel. You turn left,
left
into the parking lot. You park, probably right in front. You walk in, and you are there, Woods.
Yes, sir. As soon as you walk in, you'll be greeted by the California-style blackjack table. Right in front of you, off to your right, will be the Texas Hold'em room. And off to your left, you go up a couple little stairs into a beautiful bar area. You walk straight past that. You're right out. You're looking at the bay. You're sitting there. You're having a great time. 7 Mile Casino, we love it for many, many reasons. But the proximity, 7 Mile, it's in the name, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Food's great at Sammy's. It's got the 24/7 players menu, including my favorite, the Kung Pao chicken. It really is legendary. So good.
It's so good. It's elite. Elite.
It is. And on weekends, you can check out the top brunch in the South Bay, Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Just one of the many reasons to check it out today. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Can't get anything by our tier ones in the chat. I mentioned breaking news that a former Padre announcing his retirement this morning, and a few people chimed in. Yes, Anthony Rizzo this morning announced his official retirement from baseball, and he will retire as a Chicago Cub and be honored this Saturday, and will accept a role within the Chicago Cubs organization of some sort, according to Jesse Rogers of ESPN. Now, I saw it as well. He was at the Yankees game.
Yeah.
Got some...
chugged a beer.
Yeah, chugged a beer, got some applause at the Yankees game. Of course, he started his career with San Diego Padres for just 49 games in 2011 before general manager Josh Burns, well before A.J. Preller took over, dealt him in a swap for pitcher Andrew Kashner, thrower.
I had just moved to town. I'd been here almost a year at that point, and I remember the day that came out. And he was a prospect for sure. But I remember getting excited about Andrew Kashner because you heard, man, this guy can absolutely sling it. I think he threw a hundo, if I'm not mistaken. And it was like, man, this is gonna.
Back then, hundo still meant something.
Hundo meant something back then, and I was like, okay. I mean, this kid may or may not work out. I've always been a bit of a non-prospect hugger, so I was like, this kid may or may not work out. But I know you got Andrew Kashner who slings it, and that didn't work out all that well.
Bad trade. Ultimately, Josh Burns bet on Yonder Alonso, who he had just acquired to be the first baseman of the future. Thought Anthony Rizzo was expendable. Yep. And while, Rizzo's not headed to the Baseball Hall of Fame, had a very solid career and, of course, helped the Cubs end their World Series drought and win the championship in Chicago, which will make him a legend in the Windy City forever.
Yeah. I mean, Kashner finished, he was here how long? 3 years?
Yeah, sounds about right.
3 or 4 years.
Injury plagued.
He had a good 2013. He had a 3.09 ERA.
2012 to 2016, 5 years.
Was that
5 years?
Total of amount of pitching. Probably.
He was hurt.
Yeah, not that much.
He had cut his thumb on his pitching hand in a hunting accident. I think Padres fans will remember that. Missed 3 months in 2014 with an elbow, shoulder, neck injuries, and then pitched pretty well after that, and then just started moving around. I mean, he got traded. It was Kashner, Colin Ray, and Tayron Guerrero to the Marlins for Jared Cozart, Carter Capps, Josh Naylor, hardly know her, and Luis Castillo. That Luis Castillo.
The Luis Castillo.
And then we flipped him.
Didn't we have to... Was someone in that trade hurt and we had to send him back? I feel like...
Castillo returned to the Marlins
Yes.
2 days later after Colin Ray exited his first start as a Marlin.
That's right.
That's right.
They had to give him back.
And Castillo never pitched in the Padres
And of course,
organization.
as Rod points out, remembers that Adrian Gonzalez was the one who was traded to the Red Sox to bring in Anthony Rizzo originally when the Padres realized they weren't going to keep Adrian around, and they wanted to send him as far away from the National League West as possible. And of course, the Red Sox proceeded to deal him to the LA Dodgers so he could torment the Padres from very close.
That's right. That's right, man. So congrats, Anthony Rizzo. A good career. Got to be part of, the curse reversing Chicago Cubs winning a World Series. So it is possible, apparently, to reverse curses, Ben.
All right. Is one team in particular regretting the moves they made at the trade deadline just over a month ago? Take a look around baseball and that one team in particular coming up after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Islands Restaurants. Got a few things going on here, guys. 2-car collision on northbound 805 right before the 54. It's in the center divide. Also, westbound 78 past Woodland Parkway, reports of a stalled vehicle over the right shoulder. And northbound 15 before the 76, crash involving several vehicles, including a motorcycle and a semi. This one's got middle lanes blocked. Islands Restaurants, summer refreshment, paradise ambience, and the best burgers in town. Like the Big Wave with cheese and fresh cut fries, $10 now for limited time only. Visit one of our Islands Restaurants throughout Southern California today. Dine in only. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
So updating the National League playoff standings, Padres, of course, losing to the Reds 4-2, and the Dodgers getting a 7-2 win over the Rockies. Including 4 home runs, 2 by Teoscar Hernandez, a 2-run shot by Mookie Betts. Freddie Freeman went deep. Dodgers now build a 2-game lead over the Padres with 17 to go. Padres will need to outperform the Dodgers by 3 games the rest of the way. The Cubs also won. They beat the Braves 6-1. Cade Horton outdueling Spencer Strider. So the Cubs add 1 more game to their lead over the Padres for the #1 wild card spot. They are 3 games ahead of the Padres now. But the Mets lost again. The Philadelphia Phillies got him. Kyle Schwarber hit his 50th home run, and Ranger Suarez struck out 12. Just the second Philly ever to get to 50. Ryan Howard and Kyle Schwarber, the only 2 in history who've gotten to 50 in a season. And the Mets loss, keeps the Padres 3 games ahead of the Mets, but also allows the San Francisco Giants to pull within 2 games of the last playoff spot in the National League as they won for the 11th time in 14 games, beating the Diamondbacks 5-3. Willie Adames, a 3-run home run in the first inning. Are the Giants regretting the moves that they made at the trade deadline when they dealt away their 2 best relievers in Camilo Doval and Tyler Rogers, and they dealt outfielder Mike Yastrzemski as well, selling at the deadline, giving up on their season? And now here they sit with 17 games left, just 2 games out of a playoff spot, and probably going, man, what would this look like if we had held on
or added
to some of these players, or even added at the deadline instead?
I was really surprised that Buster Posey, the ultimate competitor, decided to kind of throw those chips away. Duvall, I think, has been cheeks for the Yankees, though. I don't think he's been that great. And I think Rogers has been really good. So I don't know. You make that move to help bolster the future, but what if the future is right now? What if the future is right now? It's in front of you. And again, they have 7 games remaining with the division leading Dodgers. I mean, obviously you can't undo them. You can't, clean up. The milk is out of the carton there, man. There's nothing you can do about it, but they certainly have stepped up. It doesn't look like they've missed really either of those guys. 11 out of 14. Who wouldn't kill for an 11 out of 14 right now from the San Diego Padres? I mean, if that's the case, sign me up. Sign me up.
Is this not, though, shaping up to be another Baumel 2023-like clothes? Remember, in 2023,
when they were out of it,
Padres were, now they didn't sell. They didn't sell like the Giants did. They bought on the margins, but they could never get it going under Baumel. And then what did they do? The last 3 weeks of the season, they made a run that got them within 2 games of a playoff spot. Yep. I think in the end.
Oh, that was excruciating, wasn't it?
That is exactly what the Giants are now doing under Baumel, just like he did with the Padres. The question is, can they? There's still time left. Padres really ran out of time. There's still time left for the Giants here with 17 games left. Can they catch the Mets? Can they catch the Padres? Padres are 5 games up still on the Giants and have the tiebreaker, so they would need to lose 6 games to the Giants in 17. That'd be tough to do. I mean, if the Padres went, 8-9, the Giants would have to go 15-2 to catch the Padres in that scenario. So that's not an easy thing. But 2 games on the Mets is absolutely doable in the next 17 games. A little tougher though when you don't have a couple critical arms in your bullpen and traded away one of your outfielders at the deadline.
I mean, it doesn't seem difficult because they're doing it currently, right? They're doing it. 11 out of 14. And again, with 7 games against the Dodgers, anything can happen. I mean, those are the real rivals, big time, bro. They are the real rivals we always hear about. So those games, Ben, will not be taken lightly. They just won't. But it'll be interesting. We expected the West to have 3 teams come out of it. We did at a minimum. And that's what we may get. So be fun to watch. But yeah, Sleepy Bob, huh? Woke up.
Maybe too late.
Had a
Maybe
Celsius.
just in time.
Yeah, now he's ready.
We'll find out.
You guys seen that absolute lunatic they have in the dugout, Drew Gilbert? I've never seen anything like this guy in my life.
Is he the one that was choking the other guy?
He was getting choked.
He was getting choked. Okay.
He's always been this way. I think he's a rookie. He was this way in college.
It looks like College World Series.
Yeah, he looks like something you'd see in the College straight out of the College World Series. He's a lunatic. A lunatic. He sits in the dugout. He beats on the padding. Now, I've been thinking a lot about it. Like, you love a guy with some energy. In the big leagues, though, typically they don't love a guy with a lot of energy like that. But whatever he's done, he's brought a spark to their clubhouse. When somebody hits a homer, they choke him. Like Matt Chapman, and not like he chokes him hard. And he does like the head.
Is that dangerous?
It's very odd to see, and the team loves him. I mean, they just absolutely love him. But it is weird for like a rookie to remember the days when it was, hey, shut your mouth, be seen and not heard, sit over there, don't do anything stupid, don't do anything foolish, don't make us look like clowns. He's in the dugout like Austin Hedges. He's air guitaring and like it's wild to see.
He's like,
I see him. Look, 2-hand choke me. Beating on the
it's
pad.
Quick. I mean, he's not cutting off the air supply for extended periods of time, but
still, he's brought the 2-handed choke. He's a nut. I'll say this: at 50 years old, I'm still playing baseball on the weekends with Paulie. I'm good.
It looks like a bit much to me.
It seems a bit much. It's working though. It is working.
Or are they winning in spite of his craziness?
No, I think they're into. No, you do
know that it's working.
If salty veteran like Matt Chapman is like, hell yeah, bro, let me choke you out after a home run, it's clearly working. But yeah, they're going to be. It's nuts, and every night there's a new highlight of him doing something insane, like the Happy Gilmore, the bat between his legs.
Does he actually play at all?
Yeah, he plays.
He's playing.
He plays, but it is really something to watch.
All right. Meanwhile, just quickly in the American League, look out. Houston Astros all of a sudden are just a game ahead of the Seattle Mariners. The Astros gave up 2 in the 9th and 1 in the 10th to lose to the Blue Jays yesterday, 4-3. Mariners won again, so they're just a game back in the division in the AL West. And now
Houston,
you got a problem.
Oh,
it's possible. And then in the wild card standings, the Rangers are still a game and a half back to the Mariners, but now they're just 2.5 games back of the Astros. So they got 2 teams that they can cheer against instead of just one. The Guardians won again as well. They remain 2.5 back of the Mariners, now 3.5 back of the Astros. So you still have basically a 4-team race for the last 2 playoff spots. One of them will be the Astros and the Mariners. Someone's going to win that division, but it's not guaranteed that the second place team will hold on to the wild card because you have both the Rangers and the Guardians playing pretty well right now, trying to chase at least one of them down in the wild card race.
So if you were Drew Gilbert, would you want to be the choker or the chokee?
Me.
You.
Not really into asphyxiation.
Okay.
But I don't think I could choke someone, so I guess the choke.
You'd want to be like him. That
I
would be as you know all about this. The submissive.
Right.
Not the dominant.
but I don't really
Photoshop
want to be
Ben's
choked.
head onto Drew Gilbert.
You don't want to be choked?
I don't really like
What if,
that
like, after we
feeling.
had a great bit, I just ran across,
I
just choked you?
I don't think so.
Huh. I can't imagine you choke. You'd be too nice at choking someone.
You know, I like a lot of things. I like breathing.
Yeah, I like breathing.
I like breathing.
It's fair.
All right, we'll come back.
I was just curious.
One of the things last couple hours, why is today's game, I think, so important for the Padres? All coming up here on The Fan.
I can't believe this. I knew it, man. I absolutely knew it. I knew it when it happened. Am I red? Am I beat red right now?
Yeah.
I got. Paulie got me. God,
I didn't see that coming.
I knew it. I did.
I'm just glad it wasn't me.
I did see
Paulie,
it coming.
Did you do that? You did this.
I did all of it.
I had nothing to do with it.
What did I do to you?
I did all of it. I'm sorry.
How did you do
You're
it?
such an easy target.
I really am.
How did you do it?
I'm such a rube.
No, not everybody knows what we're talking about yet.
I think my phone's blowing up right now.
Yeah. I just got 2 different text messages. What the hell spot was that? What did Woodsy just say?
I hate this. I do it to Ben all the time, so I guess turnabout is fair play. You had nothing to do with this, Ben?
I had nothing to do with this.
Well, Paulie,
you deserve it a little bit.
I do.
I'm surprised though that you didn't. A little surprised. Then again, it sounded good, Paulie. I mean, you made it sound good.
Thank you.
The YouTube audience missed the commercial that just ran on our radio station live out on the air.
Yes.
Play it for them.
All right. This is the spot. You tell me if there's anything you notice about it.
All right, riders, this weekend only, Dago Cycles in Mission Bay is where all the action's at. Forget mowing the lawn, forget cleaning the garage, because your dream ride is calling. At Dago Cycles in Mission Bay, we've got chrome shining, engines growling, and prices dropping faster than your neighbor's excuses for skipping a Sunday ride. From cruisers to sport bikes, we got deals so good, your throttle hand's going to itch. What? And with payments so low, you'll still have cash for gas gear and even a victory burger on the way home. So swing by, gear up, and come crank your hog with us this weekend at Dago Cycles in Mission Bay. The open road starts here. Don't miss it. You can hear me laughing at the end of it.
It's
pouring
over,
sweat.
It's over the top, ridiculous copy. Did you write that, Paulie?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
It's not that far off of some of the
It
copy
isn't,
we
though.
It's
got.
actually,
You're right.
that's why I got duped.
That was
Because
kind of the point.
that's kind of the point. I get copy like that all the time. And does it not sound extremely real? Dago Cycles, by the way. Dago. I should have known. I did know. I did know.
Cycles in Mission Bay.
I knew. I go, this is, and I even said to Paulie, like, this is weird. He's like, he's like, dude, it's just running like
It was like
really,
a 4-day purchase.
purchase. You're gonna make like $100.
They just need a voice for this big sale that they got coming up this weekend. And you're like, all right, fine. I put in a fake.
It was a real
a PO.
It was a real production order.
Oh, so you got an email.
It was an email. The whole
everything.
thing.
Like, you need
had
to
the
voice
copy.
this spot.
I am.
You probably thought you were getting
sweating.
paid for it.
Yeah, you are. You're not getting.
I'm not getting paid
You're
for
not
that.
getting paid.
Clearly,
No.
I apologize for that. I did lie to you there. There's no money
come
involved.
crank your hog with us.
I thought, did you think maybe that you would parlay this into a free motorcycle at some point? Like you could be cruising around San Diego on your own Harley Davidson or something.
I think that even if they gave Dago Cycles, which doesn't exist, even if they gave me one, I don't think my wife would let me ride it. I could probably ride it around the cul-de-sac, but that's about as far as it goes. I'm shook right now. I'm very, very shook.
Honestly, everyone's talking about the last line, which I've actually heard you say before.
I heard you say it like last week, and that's what kind of triggered.
But
this.
I wasn't talking about riding motorcycles.
The one that I loved though was the the itchy throttle finger,
the itchy throttle hand, or something.
Whatever it was, that was great.
Let's hear it. Let me hear it one more time. Listen, I want you to listen. I'm laughing throughout this thing. I literally am laughing. It took us a while to get it down because I couldn't believe it. All right, riders, this weekend only, Dago Cycles in Mission Bay is where all the action's at. Forget mowing the lawn, forget cleaning the garage, because your dream ride is calling. At Dago Cycles in Mission Bay, we've got chrome shining, engines growling, and prices dropping faster than your neighbor's excuses for skipping a Sunday ride. From cruisers to sport bikes, we got deals so good, your throttle hand's going to itch. And with payments so low, you'll still have cash for gas gear and even a victory burger on the way home.
No, it's gas.
Gear. I know, but I didn't even do the
Yes.
comma. Yeah, I just wanted it over with. Still have cash for gas gear and even a victory burger on the way home. So swing by, gear up, and come crank your hog with us this weekend at Dago Cycles in Mission Bay. The open road starts here. Don't miss it.
Yeah, it was.
It's a great idea, Paulie.
You mentioned it, and like there was thought about making Ben do it, but I don't know.
Well, it's funny. We were talking about mimicking engine noises earlier on the Car Talk guys, and you actually mimicked kind of an engine noise in the spot.
It said growl.
Yeah. Sometimes you get orders that say like, "Hey, add some vim and vigor."
Vim and vigor.
Hey, enhance this or whatever. So yeah, I tried to make it look as authentic as possible, even with that copy. And you weren't like, you didn't just read it blind. Ben might have just read it completely blind and not even realized.
Yeah, he would have plowed through
you
it.
Sort of knew it was over the top, but again, sometimes
I've seen
you get over the top copy.
Well, I rolled on the whole. Do you remember how hard we were laughing yesterday?
I almost peed my pants, dude. I literally almost peed my pants.
Where was I?
Couldn't believe.
Was I already gone yesterday?
You had just left.
Okay.
So what we have to do every morning is we get out of this studio at 9:55, and then we have to head down to a different studio in the building and record a promo and anything else that may need to get done. So you hear that promo, and then we tell Benny to leave, and Woods had a spot to cut, and then I just rolled on the entire audio.
It was legit. Coming up on Wednesday, we are hitting the home stretch for the San Diego Padres.
Join us as we break down Michael King's return to the mound.
Perfect.
All right. Need anything else from me, Paulie? We good?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. See you guys later.
See you, buddy. There goes Ben. Get some rest, big guy.
Thank you.
All right. What is this? I did not get anything to my week.
Yeah, it's this random motorcycle shop. They got a big sale. It's literally like it's a 4-day run.
Oh.
It's this weekend, and they just are trying to sell the of it. It's quick $100 for you for something that runs for 4 days.
Works for me. Selling me. All right. What is it for?
Dago Cycles down in
Dago Cycles. All right.
So they're pushing this big motorcycle sale into the summer deal or whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a 30.
30. All right, riders, this weekend only, Dago Cycles in Mission Bay is where all the action's at. Forget mowing the lawn, forget cleaning the garage, because your dream ride is calling. At Dago Cycles in Mission Bay, we've got chrome shining, engines growling. Does it?
They added like 10 R's, like
growling.
growling.
Oh, my God.
I don't know
all
if
right.
they want a sound effect or just
all right.
you to do it.
I'm just going to start it. We've got chrome shining, engines growling, and prices dropping faster than your neighbor's excuses for skipping a Sunday ride. From cruisers to sport bikes, we got deals so good, your throttle hand's going to itch. And with payments so low, you'll still have cash for gas, gear, and even a victory burger on the way home. So swing by, gear up, and come. What? No, there's no way. Come crank your hog.
I thought the same thing. I was like, what the hell is
that's what I call.
I think they're trying to be edgy. I think they're new.
Do you think so?
They're trying to stand out.
This will make them stand out. Crank your All right.
Push the envelope.
Should I start from the top or should I
pick it up from
so swing? All right. There is no way I'm gonna be able to say this without laughing.
Like $100. Like if you don't want it, I'll make Ben do it.
I would like to hear Ben say "crank your hog." All right. So swing by. Don't look at me. Do not look at me. All right. Here we go. So swing by, gear up, and come crank your hog. There's no way.
I swear.
There's no way.
I swear.
We have to get something else. Crank your hog. Oh, it hurts. I gotta go, so I have to nail this. I have to nail this.
One clean.
I hate you. I'm dead. All right. Here we go. So swing by, gear up, and come crank your hog with us this weekend. I couldn't get it out.
Come on.
I'm blacking out. I'm seeing stars right now. All right.
Is he gonna get it?
So swing by, gear up, and come crank your hog with us this weekend. All right. All right. God, the worst. So swing by, gear up, and come crank your hog with us this weekend at Dago Cycles in Mission Bay. The open road starts here. Don't miss it. Oh, dude.
Nailed it.
God. Ollie. Oh, God. Crank your hog. Crank your hog.
Well done.
Well done on your part. I knew it, Ben. I knew it, but I was so ready to go.
Well, we thought about it like a couple of weeks ago because we pranked you last summer when you went to Hawaii with
that
the
was
Dave Roberts idea.
Elite prank.
And we just somehow, with you gallivanting all over the world this summer, we somehow forgot to do something. And so had to wait a few weeks, but made sure we did.
Paul, you did this without my authorization, but good job.
Would you have authorized it?
Like
done.
Like his authorization has ever mattered.
I
One time
would have been too nervous to tell you. Don't do that.
Come crank your hog. Come crank your hog.
You may actually get a motorcycle endorsement out of that.
I mean, you could do worse.
A really good read.
You could do you could do way worse. It's one of those things too where I looked at the copy and I went, this is the part of the job that is soul sucking. When they put in special instructions of like, make it spooky or whatever, I go, this is when it sucks your soul. This is when your soul is sucked out. And look what you're doing for $100.
But I kind of want to go for a Sunday ride now.
Yeah, I kind of do too. I'd love to go crank my hog with them. So swing by, gear up, and come crank your hog with us this weekend. I couldn't get it out. That is so elite, Paulie. Oh,
bro, I mean, you tried and laughed.
I tried,
like
man.
10 times.
So swing by, gear up, and come crank your hog with us this weekend. All right. It's so good, dude. It's so good. Well, thank you for that. I mean, that's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm happy to be the butt of the crank your hog joke.
Very good.
I really
and
am.
you made it sound so
It's
good.
the spot kicked ass.
I mean, such a good spot.
Who would not go down to Dago Cycles?
Of course, it's in Mission Bay. I don't know
Mission
why.
Bay.
It's in Mission Bay.
Thank
It's
you.
in Mission Bay.
Just a 4-day little run.
I was like, where do we want to put
I can
this?
almost picture like
I can see it.
driving by like on Garnett. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah,
Dago Cycles.
Dago Cycles.
There's Woodson.
There it is.
There's what's
I
crank
can
his hog.
feel like I've seen it before.
I
Like,
hate-
oh yeah,
I hate
no,
it.
that spot. Yeah, no, it's right there around the corner by the Wiener Schnitzel. Right, it's next door.
I
It's
am
Dago
come
Cycles.
crank your hog. I'm pouring sweat.
I thought
Thank you, Paulie. That was true gold right there.
Oh, my
True
God.
gold. Man, that's good. How do you move on from that?
I don't know. We're going to play some Take on Woods coming up. I have to remind everybody, huge grand prize this month. It is a trip
holy crap
to the Venetian and tickets to the Sphere to see the Eagles. We're going to lock all the phone lines because we want to make it fair for everybody to get in. And then in a couple of minutes, Paulie will unlock the lines, and you can call at 833-288-0973 and play our musical trivia challenge against Woods. With if you beat or tie him, you'll qualify for the grand prize drawing for the trip to the Sphere in Las Vegas, $100 gas card, as well the Vibey VIP package. We have one qualifier so far this month. We got 2.5 weeks or so left to try to get some more qualifiers in. Tomorrow we'll play some real or fake and give you an opportunity to qualify in that way. But Take on Woods is coming up next, and then we'll talk more Padres baseball. I see people still in the chat talking about Mason Miller. Should he take over as closer for Robert Suarez? We talked about that a little bit earlier after yesterday's 4-2 loss. All of that coming up with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. But here's Woods with what
this
I
is a real
believe
endorsement.
is going to be a real spot.
Well, this is real. And as you guys know, I had severe pain in both of my wrists a few years back.
What were you doing?
And I was not a motorcycle rider. I will leave it at that. Went into QC Kinetics, was very nervous actually about the future because I didn't know, was I going to have to get wrist surgery or something like that? Obviously, I did not want to do that. And I went to QC Kinetics, asked them, talked to them about their regenerative medicine, advanced cellular treatments. And those advanced cellular treatments helped my body heal and restore the damage that I had done to my wrists, not just cover it up, not cut it out, healing and restoring it. And jammed that right wrist a few weeks ago and went in, got another treatment. It feels phenomenal. So QC Kinetics, if you woke up with nagging joint pain, Give them a call today. You will not be disappointed. 619-614-PAIN. Grab the phone right now. Give them a call. Locations in Hillcrest and Torrey Hills. 619-614-PAIN is their number. And you can bring your MRIs in, your x-rays. They'll make sure you're a good candidate. It's a smarter, natural way to get your freedom back and start doing the things that you love to do. Again, maybe you do want to ride your motorcycle around. And you can't because your wrists hurt. Go to QC Kinetics. 619-614-PAIN. Let them know Woodsy from 97.3 The Fan sent you.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
You okay over there?
I am. I'm always good with being pranked for gold content like that. That was incredible. Incredible, Paulie. I like where your head's at. Keep that stuff coming. You're next, by the way.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a take your turn sort of thing. You could be next again.
Here's the problem.
Keep him on his toes.
You
Make him
can't
next
prank
again.
him.
It's hard to prank Paulie because we need his help.
We need his help to play anything.
Yeah.
Like his birthday is on Friday. We're celebrating Paulie's birthday. How old are you going to turn?
I turned 35 on Sunday.
35 on Sunday, but we're going to celebrate it on the air Friday. What can we do? Hey, let's put this cool audio montage together. I'll just play it from my phone. You know what I mean? Like, we
You'll
can't
just
do
put it
anything
together and play it off your phone.
Play it off my phone. Yeah, imagine me trying to put an audio
Manual
montage
sound
together.
effects.
Yeah,
That's a funny.
That's a funny bit.
That should be like a punishment.
That sounds like an awful punishment. Woods, you have to do a 1-minute audio montage of Paulie. I'd be like, I quit. I couldn't do it. So, but yeah, we will be celebrating Paulie Friday. Act accordingly. I'm looking at you.
Okay, fine.
All right.
I will
Looking
do my
at you.
best to be enthusiastic in my celebration of Paulie.
He deserves it.
I was talking to someone the other day and just glowing about what an incredible producer Paul is.
Oh, yeah.
He really, I mean, I don't think it's even close. Just he's so good at what he does.
No question.
Every aspect of what he does
Stop.
has really become a master of his craft.
Master of his
Keep
craft.
going.
He has.
Yeah, the 10,000 hours blew well past that. Yes. All right. Now, I sometimes am a master of this craft.
Sometimes. Yeah, you know, everyone that qualifies is counting on you for a good performance to keep the numbers low. We have one qualifier in. The first person who got in today is a veteran of the Take on Woods game. So we'll see how it goes today because it is time to take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm Security and Fire Alarms for every business. We got you. And I knew he would try to get in, but with so many callers, I think the odds were low, but he got in. It is Guy, ready to play Take on Woods.
Yeah. Caller number one.
Exciting guy. We haven't had a prize like this. We have good prizes, but this one is extra special this month. Again, it is the trip to Las Vegas to see the Eagles at the Sphere on January 30th. 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort, a Vibey VIP package, and a $100 gift card. I mean, not going to get much better than this. You can check out your own Eagles tickets at Ticketmaster.com, but you must beat or tie Woods, and who knows if you get another chance. This may be the only one. Here are your categories. You can go with one of the old ones. You've got the apart, song titles with either part or a part in the title, or more baby talk, song titles that end in the word baby, or our new category, all 2-second songs about somebody. And that would be song titles that include the word somebody or somebodies. So you've got the apart, more baby talk, or songs about somebody. Guy, what's it going to be?
Let's go baby talk.
More baby talk. Oh, we just did this a couple days ago. Those were songs that began with the word baby. These are songs that end. The title ends with the word baby. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. You don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First questions are 2-second song. Paulie will play you the music. I know you know how it works. Give me the song title and the artist to score that point. You're first, then Woods. If you beat or tie him, put you into the drawing for the Eagles in Las Vegas at the Sphere.
Yes.
All right. Guy, are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
All right. The category is more baby talk. Your time begins when Paul plays the song. Good luck. Let's take on Woods.
All right, stop, collaborate, and listen.
Ice, baby, vanilla ice.
Correct. Phil Spector co-wrote and produced which 1963 Motown classic that became the biggest hit for the Ronettes?
Was that Be My Baby?
Correct. Inspired by the song in the previous question, Brian Wilson wrote which 1964 classic and delivered what is considered one of the greatest all-time vocal performances for the B-side of I Get Around?
Beach Baby?
Incorrect. When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me is the first line from which 1981 Rick James hit that spent 5 weeks atop the R&B charts.
Wait, say it again, please.
When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me is the first line from which 1981 Rick James hit that spent 5 weeks atop the R&B charts.
Give it to me, baby.
Correct. In 2024, rapper Tommy Richmond released which breakthrough hit that rose to number 2? Ran out of time. A little slow there. Didn't even get to finish the last question. So we got 3, correct? Yes, we got 3 correct. Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. Be My Baby by the Ronettes. It's Don't Worry Baby, Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys. Give It to Me Baby. And the last one was going to be $1 Million Baby. That's a new one, though. Tougher for Woods. Put you on hold, Guy. See if your score holds up. All right, Guy's score is locked in. Woods, you do not get the category. Everyone's playing as hard as they possibly can this month for this prize. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Guy.
All right, stop.
Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice.
Correct. Phil Spector co-wrote and produced which 1963 Motown classic that became the biggest hit for the Ronettes?
Be My Baby.
Correct. Inspired by the song in the previous question, Brian Wilson wrote which 1964 classic and delivered what is considered one of the all-time great vocal performances for the B-side of I Get Around.
Don't Worry Baby.
Correct. When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me is the first line from which 1981 Rick James hit that spent 5 weeks atop the R&B charts.
Give it to me, baby, and save that.
In 2024, rapper Tommy Richmond released which breakthrough hit that rose to number 2 on the Billboard charts and shares a name with a 2004 boxing movie.
$1 Million Baby.
Yes!
Whoa.
5 for 5 and a 5-3 win for Woods today. Another baby category. This time they all ended.
Was that back-to-back babies?
We had all started, I think Monday we did baby talk, and this was more baby talk, but this time they all ended in the word baby. I'm sorry, Guy. Woods was too good for you today.
What did Guy get?
You got 3.
3.
He got 3. Ran out of time. Didn't even get to that last question. He was thinking, did the best he could. When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me.
Yes. Yes. Again.
When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me.
Oh, no.
When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me.
I can hear it on a loop. I can literally listen to it on a loop. It may be my new number 1.
When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me.
How can I use that? Oh God, that's so good, bro.
Wow.
What a day. What a day.
Holy crap. It sounded even better than I thought it was. As soon as I heard it, I was like, because he read the same question to Guy. Yeah. I'm saving that one.
I think I said it hard as
When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me.
He sounds so mad. Listen to how mad he sounds. Really, listen.
When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me.
How many of us have said that to our significant others? Oh my God. When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me.
I think you think it, you don't actually say it.
That is just
you don't scream it at your partner.
God, that is a 1 seed, dude. That is a 1 seed.
When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me.
I can listen to it all day. That used to be my ring. When you call me, that's which will never happen.
Right.
Would never happen.
Text message
once a year. Man, that is brilliant. That's great stuff. That was nice to win. Sorry, Guy. But the guy that qualified is pretty stoked.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, I think tonight is one of the more critical games of the year for the San Diego Padres. I will give you my reasoning, not just because of the tight race, but when you look ahead, this one is, to me, a day that can make all the difference at the end of the season. We'll get to that coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
If you came home last night and your wife wouldn't make love to you, I recommend just taking the short trip down to 7 Mile Casino. Definitely can fill some time in there and have a great time doing it. Maybe some may even say it's better time. You never know.
I love doing it at 7 Mile Casino.
I love doing it at 7 Mile Casino, too.
I mean, playing cards.
Yeah.
I like Texas Hold'em. You like the California-style blackjack tables. Pai Gow is always a lot of fun, and neither of us have still figured out how to play Baccarat, but that's your game of choice, you absolutely can do it at 7
You guys
Mile
need to
Casino.
learn. It's been
I know.
like 8 years.
I know. It has been 8 years of wanting to learn how to play. But no, the best part, just 7 minutes from downtown. And great food, friendly dealers, friendly people, clean environment. It's cool. It's a cool
If you
place.
want to go in, hey, just drop a few bucks, play a little blackjack, that's fine. If you're a high roller, want to play a little higher limit action, they will take care of you as well at 7 Mile Casino. They always have a higher limit table for Texas Hold'em players. They can take your action at the California-style blackjack table, and they'll take good care of you as well. They want to be the place, like most card rooms do, for high-limit players. They know how to take care of them. You could like it. Check it out when you get a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Just take the short drive down the 5 to Chula Vista and head on into 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This is pretty amazing. They mentioned it on the broadcast last night, but I wanted to bring it up. Congratulations to Padres and their fans. Last night was the franchise record-setting 62nd sellout of the season. 62 sellouts.
Out of how many games?
Padres still have 11 home games remaining. So
73. So only 9 games were not sold out.
I wonder. I mean, I grew up in an era of Padres baseball where if there were 20,000 people at the Murph or the Q, it felt like pretty good crowd that night. You know, there's definitely plenty of nights where it was 8,000, 12,000. There was a giveaway or a Beach Boys concert, you'd occasionally see a sellout. There'd be maybe 2 or 3 a season on a Saturday. Maybe the Yankees were in town for an interleague game, but
what was the capacity of both of
like
those?
50 for baseball.
For
The
baseball.
Q was like 52 or 3 for a sellout. It was less before the Chargers expanded.
Yeah.
It was more in the high 40s, I think, or mid 40s before that. But you rarely saw sellouts. Rarely. And now they're at the point where they have sold out 62 games with 11 to go. I'd imagine most, if not all of those 11 will also be sold out. So probably going to have over 70 sellouts this year. And I wonder, because you have some ballparks like Fenway, Wrigley, that are tiny. I don't know, 30-something thousand capacity that have had seasons and multiple seasons where they sell out every single game. Are we heading to the point in San Diego where we will have an entire season of Padres baseball sold out? I mean, if they somehow win the World Series, I would think next year would be completely sold out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's dependent on them, right? And I think that they have been the model.
They keep this excitement going. I don't see it turning around and going back the other direction anytime soon.
They've kind of been the model of if you build it, they will come. And, it doesn't hurt that the Chargers aren't here anymore, certainly. But they did compete against SDFC this year for butts in seats, so to speak. And they've done great in spite of that. And yeah, I mean, they built it. People are coming and a really good model, spend some money, get some exciting players, and people will want to watch your team be a consistently winning product. It's not rocket science. And really, Ben, it costs money and it costs effort, and the guys have to want to win baseball games. And here we are, a couple games out of the division in the West that nobody thought we would be in. And it doesn't surprise me in the least. Padres fans are some of the best and most committed I've ever met.
And I honestly don't know what the economic calculus is like. Clearly, as you said, spend some money, bring some better players in, fill the ballpark, sell more tickets, sell more concessions, make more money. Are you making, how much money are you making compared to what you're spending?
Right.
If the Padres, cut $100 million from their payroll, would they lose that many fans? Economically, would that make sense? Hey, we'd go cut $100 million from payroll. We'll lose some fans, but we'll still make vastly more money than we were. Always worries you. What is the actual economic calculus? If they go out and sign,
it doesn't worry me.
If they go out and sign Kyle Schwarber,
right,
this offseason after his 50+ home run year, will they actually make any more money? I mean, you don't have a lot more to make now. You have pretty much filled this ballpark almost to capacity. The games that weren't sold out, it's not like there was 30,000 empty seats. The games that weren't sold out were 35,000. A Wednesday day game, back in May when school was still in session.
Sure.
You didn't sell it out, but you mostly sold out every seat this season. So there's not really an avenue to make more money.
Well, and it doesn't,
other than, charging more for tickets, which they're going to do again next year, little bit more. They've already announced the price increase, but you can't just say, we're going to charge 4 times as much for tickets now. You can't make really that much more money because there's nowhere else to make the money.
Yeah, I mean, Drew says in the chat, and now they'll reward us by raising prices on everything. I mean, you kind of expect it, at least I do when I'm no matter what I buy, right? I kind of expect it. If things go that well, they're not going to lower prices when they're, it's not like businesses typically don't say, business is going so well, we're going to cut prices, and save you guys more money. Listen, I think the product on the field, while it's not perfect, and there's no team that is, imagine spending $500 million in the offseason and the Padres are chasing you down. They're breathing down your neck.
You've spent that money for 2 more wins.
2 more wins.
Over 140 some odd games in the San Diego Padres. 2 more wins.
$500 million. $500 million. And you have 2 more wins? Yeah. I mean, okay, so you did it. If you're the Padres, you did it on the cheap, if you're going to compare yourselves to those guys. But
if you're the Milwaukee Brewers,
yeah, you're like, hey, look at us.
We've won more games than anybody.
And we have half
we're
the
spending
payroll.
less than almost anybody.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Padres fans have shown up, shown out. They listen to this show. They're really in tune with what's going on, and they're fired up. So, hopefully the players can deliver, and feed off that energy, in the playoffs, Benny, if we even get to that point where we're playing home games in the playoffs, and that's certainly the dream.
Yeah, even if they make it, no guarantee right now, trending toward a road playoff game unless they can catch the Dodgers or the Cubs. And I still now believe the best opportunity is to catch the Dodgers and win the division, even though they lost yesterday. And we'll get into why I think today is such a big, important, critical, pivotal game.
Tomorrow is today.
Tomorrow is
my
today.
4-year-old
Well,
says.
they're all important.
Tomorrow is today.
But this one in particular, I'll explain after traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is driven by Sedano Ford and Sedano Lincoln in beautiful downtown La Mesa. Speeds are looking much better southbound 15. Accident cleared up before the 76. We do have this crash on westbound at 78, right past the 15. Looks like a hit and run situation there. Does not appear to be blocking lanes. Tow truck is on scene assisting with that. Your new ride awaits at Sedano Ford in La Mesa. The September to Remember sales event is here. Lease a Ford F-150 STX for $429 a month. Biggest inventory awaits in La Mesa. For more details about these offers, visit SedanoFord.com. And Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
So yesterday was actually the first time in the last 10 days that the Dodgers won on the same day the Padres lost, which is pretty good. I mean, obviously you had some help from Dodgers opponents when you were losing games, and they were also losing at the same time. But the Padres had not lost any ground, had only made up ground over the last 10 days. Losing ground now hurts even more because you're running out not only of time, but you're making it harder. You need more games to make up the rest of the way, which when you look at the rest of the schedule, and we went through it earlier this week, but let's update. 17 games left to play. Padres do have a significant schedule advantage starting tomorrow. For 10 days, starting tomorrow, the Padres will play 4 against the Rockies. Now, they will go play the Mets for 3, but I will remind you, they did sweep the Mets earlier this year, and then they will play the White Sox for 3. While that is going on, the Dodgers will go and face the absolutely scorching hot Giants for 3. They will face the Phillies for 3, who are scorching hot again, and then the Giants for 4 more, who are battling for the last playoff spot. The Dodgers have one of their gnarliest 10-game stretches coming up, while the Padres have really only the Mets as a playoff contender, and one that they handled quite well earlier this season and just got bodied the last few days by the Phillies, and no longer can even make, they're fighting for a playoff spot, but they're no longer fighting for the East. Those are the toughest games. I like the Padres' advantage over those next 10 games to make up 2 or 3 games on the Dodgers.
Well,
but
we did this, though.
If you lose to, I know, you
we
can't
did this
guarantee
with
anything.
the Orioles and the Twins, and just there's
but
no.
I wasn't expecting, because the Dodgers were also playing bad teams, so I wasn't expecting to make up any ground there. Padres got lucky that they didn't lose a ton of ground when they lost to the Twins and the. They got
lucky,
super lucky, super lucky. That's in the past, though. I am now just using my baseball logic and going, if there is an opportunity, it comes over the next 10 days. If the Padres can stay 2 games back going into that stretch, I believe that when it is over, and that would be going into the last week of the season, the Padres will be in first place. That would be my prediction. Now, if they lose another game today, which is very possible, Reds are fighting hard, Dodgers are playing the Rockies again. If the Padres lose and the Dodgers win, you're 3 games back. I don't know that you're making up the full 3
with
here.
16 to play, and you need the tiebreaker.
I think that's too much.
And they have the tiebreaker.
So today, to me, is critical. At minimum, you win the game, you definitely stay 2 back. Hey, you get the double where you win and somehow the Rockies pull off, get that 1 win and you're within 1. I think you're in outstanding shape. I think at 2, you're very much realistically in play.
3 is too much, and I should call it 4.
I think 3 is too much. Call it 4. So if you lose today and the Dodgers win, I think it's not impossible, but you've made the mountain really, really difficult.
Yeah.
If you can stay within 2, I love your chances over the next 10 days. And then it goes to the last week, which you both play the Diamondbacks 3. Padres get them at home. Dodgers have to go on the road. Dodgers go on the road to Seattle. Padres home to a Milwaukee team that, by the way, can clinch today.
Yes.
Can clinch a playoff spot and will probably already have home field advantage locked up. Doesn't mean that they won't be tough to play. They will probably still be very tough to play, but so will the Mariners likely in those last 3 games of the season. So I like your chances of treading water that last week. I love your chances over the next 10 days. Today is the day, though. You can't bury yourself 3 back with 16 to go. Have to win. Hopefully you can win and maybe even get some help and get some luck. But I'm just hoping you stay.
Yeah, handle your business
today. If you handle your business, you can't lose ground. We know that. So that's why I think today is the most pivotal game remaining, at least at this point. They'll all get more important as you go forward. If you hit the last day and you're 1 game up, well, that'll be the most important game of the season because you can, control your own destiny. But for right now, as I look at the schedule, today feels awfully pivotal for your San Diego Padres.
Yeah, counting on a great start from Nick Pivetta today, who has delivered for you so many more times than he hasn't this season. The keys to the game are the exact same as they have been. They just are the same. We basically watched a carbon copy last night of the game we watched the night before, except this time it went in the Reds' favor. It was the same game, pretty much. Limiting the damage early. Not playing from behind, not playing catch up, offense, finding a way to score some runs early. Because again, we talked about on the roundtable, Ben, if you're the hitting coach for the Cincinnati Reds, essentially, and it's probably for every team, is go out there and get to their starter because you don't want to get into that bullpen. Whereas the Padres are like, we can kind of wait the starter out and we can try to get to the bullpen. And they've done that pretty well. The other thing they've done well is winning series. They have won series, and those rubber games this year, they've been great. They win a lot of series. And so That's really the point of all of this. At this point, and Schulte said it, that's the goal right now. Keep winning series. So this game today should be treated almost like a playoff game because of everything that you just mentioned.
Now, we'll talk about the matchups coming up in our final hour. I love that they have Nick Pivetta on the mound.
I do too.
Who else do you want?
Yeah, right now?
You're saying it's a must-win, but it's not a must-win, but it's kind of a must-win.
Right.
Treat it like a playoff game. Who would you rather have out there than Nicky P?
That's exactly right.
I don't think your bullpen's at full strength today.
They're definitely not.
And you're not managing against Game 7 of the World Series.
No.
Because there are more games to think about. And
Yep.
you don't get a day off until Monday. So we'll talk about that coming up in our final hour. Paulie will have a Reindl Report, some headlines for you as we go until 10 o'clock. Don't go away. More Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. A rare display of emotions from Manny Machado last night. And some, candor after the game as well. No doubt about it. Welcome back. Ben and Woods, final hour here on a Wednesday. Manny is in his biggest slump of the year.
Yeah,
biggest slump in a while.
Scuffling.
And it's funny because, Manny does run hot and cold. We've talked about this many times. Had one of his most consistent first 4 months of the season.
Really?
Very little cold.
Yep.
Mostly pretty hot. OPS, over 860.
Just solid, right?
Just
solid.
Was the one guy you could depend on in a very undependable Padres lineup for months. And then August hit, and Manny has really been scuffling. And over the last month plus, his batting average has dipped below 200.
That's bananas.
His OPS is in the mid 500s. He's turned into
it's Jose Iglesias numbers right there.
He's turned into Martin Maldonado.
Yeah.
Over the last month plus offensively. And I'm not trying to take shots. He understands not going very well right now. And it boiled over at some point. Manny, who is as level-headed as it gets when it comes to riding the ups and downs of baseball, knowing I will eventually come back up again, trusting in his talent. Took it out on a cooler.
He did,
night.
man.
Yeah.
I just saw this. I didn't hear or see anything about this last night. If it was on the broadcast, I missed it entirely. But after he hit that ball, I think it was the 8th that would have given them the lead, and hit it back, maybe 5-7 feet from the wall. Cameraman got me, thought it was out. Now, I was watching at my kitchen table in Spanish at the time.
Oh. Don didn't get excited, so I did not. My heart didn't skip a beat, but the camera guy definitely got fooled.
Yeah, Don, I guess, had a beat on it and then knew it wasn't out. So he went in and just punished a water cooler with a baseball bat. And it's rare to see him do that. It's rare.
I don't remember ever seeing it.
I don't even hear from him. You don't even see, if he Ks, you don't even see the cursory F or a GD walking back to the dugout, right? Like
he just walks.
Like he walks. Merrill is
Sunday stroll through the park. That's
Merrill, Crony. Those are the guys that come to mind. That just F. When
Toddy
they're
doesn't
walking back.
really
Toddy doesn't do a lot either. But I saw it on Instagram. I went, oh yes, okay, good. Not that
is it good?
I like it.
Well,
for
I
him,
know emotionally you like it.
Yeah, emotionally.
Is it not the worst sign though
that Manny is dying? I know
is now dying, which is not what I want to see at this point in the season.
It's got to be difficult to be that talented and go through a scuffle like that. It's got to be brutal, especially at this time of year. When your team needs you, and you're the highest paid performer, it's got to be a difficult thing, man. I can't even imagine what that's what that's like to just completely fall off the map, basically, when it comes to hitting, and just can't seem to get a break, can't seem to, put something together, string a couple hits together, whatever, in a couple good games in a row. You hit a couple homers or whatever in Colorado. 1 homer or 2?
He had 2 homers.
2 homers in Colorado.
So over the last let's see, batting 199, 566 OPS in 36 games since August 1st, 148 with a 450 OPS over the past 15 games. This is via Kevin Acey in his new letter. 3 at Coors Field, and he only went 2 for 13 with the 1 homer. 2 homers in the last 6 games, 3 though in his last 37.
It's brutal.
It's a
brutal stretch.
Here's what he said after the game, again from Kevin Acey's newsletter. It sucks that it's happening at this moment, Machado said last night, but it's part of the game. As long as we're winning games and we're in a good spot, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. My stats don't matter. It's about winning ball games at the end of the day. So if I can contribute, not doing much of that right now, but as long as we win games, it's all that matters. So, the 3 previous that the Padres won, Manny, and he did contribute in one of those with a home run, fine. Frustration, though, when the Padres aren't winning last night. Not contributing, not winning, Manny, a frustrated guy.
Yeah, not coming through. I just had this conversation with my 7-year-old. I had this conversation with him yesterday, as a matter of fact, Benny. And we talked about the mental side of baseball and how you take an 0 for 4 in a game. You're like, that's fine. That's 0 for 4. It happens to the best of them. Then you go to the next game and you take another 0 for 4. And I said, what are you then? And he goes, you're 0 for 8. And I go, all right, not really concerned. What about the next game? 0 for 4. Now you're 0 for 12. He's like, that's when I start to panic. I go, yeah, exactly. And I said, you have 1-2 games a week, whatever. I have 1 game a week. It's fine. You don't do this professionally. I said, but imagine being a big leaguer, making a ton of money, Bo, and you go 6 games in a row without a hit. And now you're 0 for 24, which happens. I mean, you see guys they're riding an 0 for 18 streak. I said, how do you get yourself out of that, right? How do you mentally go, I'm fine. It's just the game. And I said, this is what separates the great ones from the guys that never make it, is they can weather storms. Manny Machado is very capable of weathering a storm. Very. Maybe the most capable, and I just said, this is the part of the game that chews you up and spits you out. So I said, you're 7. Start working on this now. Start working on acting like you don't care even when you do, because I think it will only help you moving forward. And a lot of time that looks like he doesn't care. When I see a guy beat up a water cooler, it doesn't mean he cares any more or less. It is kind of weird to see such frustration out of him. But I think if there was going to be a time for it, that was the time. I mean, that was, he's just been scuffling right now. So I have no problem with it. I love it. Doesn't mean today he's going to go out and go 4 for 4. That's that doesn't work that way. Otherwise, these guys would beat the crap out of water coolers every time they got out. It doesn't mean that. It just means that mentally you have to stay in it defensively. You have to stay with it on the base paths, which he did last night. Had a great steal, got a huge jump. And, help contribute in other ways if you're not hitting.
We, of course, are, big Manny fans on this program.
Yep.
None bigger than Woods, who was the biggest advocate of bringing in Manny Machado when he first signed his $300 million deal so many years ago. But I like to look at these things sometimes and take my Padres hat off, Padres glasses off, and pretend I'm just a fan of a random team that doesn't care about the San Diego Padres, and then try to look at the team from that perspective. What do I see if I'm a fan of
an empty trophy case? Am I right?
That's right, Paulie.
No, that's a Dodger fan perspective. I'm talking about I'm a fan of the Minnesota Twins. I don't care about the Padres one. I don't care if they win a World Series. I don't care if they don't. I'm just looking at their team and their roster. What do I see? Do I see a capable team? Do I see a threat to win the World Series? I think the answer is yes.
Yes.
But with Manny Machado, what I see, if I'm a fan of another team, I see the guy that I am about as confident as anyone is probably going to turn it around sooner rather than later.
Yep.
I don't know when it's going to be. Is it going to be tonight? I can't promise you that. It'll be tomorrow, maybe not. But sometime before the end of the season, I would be very confident. Manny's not going to keep struggling forever. And I don't say that as the Manny fan, Padres fan, hoping that it's going to happen. I say that as an objective baseball fan that looks at the history of this player, his continued, consistent production over the years, and go, yeah, he's probably going to turn it around within the next week or two, and he'll go on a hot streak. Because that's what he always does.
You can just look at it like this. Is the future first ballot Hall of Famer going to turn it around, or is he washed at age 33?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll the dice on that every single time. Every time. So yeah, visible frustration. I don't know. I don't know if it sparked something in him. Don't know if it sparked something in the team. Have no idea. I haven't heard about a lot of closed door meetings or anything like that this season. Team meetings. Schulte's kind of letting it play out right now. But again, you talked earlier, Ben, about how important, today's game is and how important every single game the rest of the season is. Would love to see what happens. Would love to see him get it together. And he does have the ability to carry this team. And as you coined the phrase, as Manny goes, so do the Padres. Guys like Gavin Sheets have stepped up around him. Guys like Jackson Merrill are starting to hit the ball. So yeah, man, I'm telling you, I think it'll turn around. I do. I hope it's today, and I hope it stays that way throughout the World Series. I really do. So yeah, I don't know. I think
the Padres are much better set up now than they were years ago.
Correct.
To weather a Manny Machado slump.
Absolutely.
You have players who can get hot. Now, is Fernando Tatis Jr. red hot at the plate? No. But you now have Ramon Laureano who can get hot. Jackson Merrill, who's starting to show signs of getting hot. I don't think we've really seen Ryan O'Hearn totally as hot as he can get yet with the San Diego Padres. Done some good things for sure, but he was an all-star. I think there's
another gear
more in there, another gear that can get hot. I mean,
still love watching that dude. I love watching him play the game. I love watching him. And I know he hasn't lit the world on fire. It's been a weird kind of transition for him here, not starting every day or whatever the case may be. Pinch hitting, against the eighth inning guy that throws 102, he's chasing the high fastball, but like giving him consistent ABs and really giving him consistent time at first base. I think there is another gear, like you said, Paulie, for Ryan O'Hearn. Laureano has been a gem, nothing but
complaints.
a gem, zero complaints. The guy has been a total G since he got here. So there's more in all this. I tell you, man, unsung last night, Jake Cronenworth. The ABs that dude puts together on a night in, night out basis, spoiling pitches, then getting the sac fly that he needs to drive in the run. Jakey has been incredible. So there's a lot that Arise. There's more in Arise. We know that. We've seen that there's more in him. There's so much more that this team's capable of. So much more. And they're hanging on. They're hanging on. They're 2 games out. But there's so much higher of a ceiling for this team. Unlocking it in 3 weeks would be ideal. It would be ideal.
Paul in the chat asks, would a move down the lineup help Manny? I don't know that it would help Manny. I don't think he is the kind of player who feels overcome by the pressure to produce because he's batting third.
Right.
And then all of a sudden at fifth, he's going to free himself up. I think Manny's Manny no matter where you bat him. Statistically, there's a very good argument to swap Laureano and Manny Machado right now.
Yeah, statistically, for sure.
Statistically, there's a really good argument. I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think it's going to happen with Mike Schilt as the manager, knowing what he feels and thinks about Manny Machado and how he values the consistency that he tries to bring to his lineup most days. But statistically, Ramon Laureano has been a better offensive player than even when Manny Machado was hot earlier this season. He's just been elite this year. And if you really wanted to put your best lineup out there and you wanted to remain righty-lefty balanced, the thing you would probably do is you'd move Manny to fifth and Ramon Laureano to third. Don't think it's going to happen. I'm not necessarily wanting it to happen, but statistically, that argument's a very strong one right now.
Kluger in the chat, our boss, says the Braves have been batting Acuna seventh lately.
I saw that yesterday.
I saw that too. Kind of blew me away. He's been in a huge slump.
Now, they have nothing to play for.
Literally nothing. Nothing at all. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. My guess is that it does. But yeah,
if the Braves were still fighting for a playoff spot, I doubt they would have dropped a slumping Ronald Acuna to 7th.
Yeah, I agree. And again, it's those guys that have earned that trust and have a track record of producing. So yeah,
I know the day that you move Manny to 5th and then he starts raking, you feel like
I can't move him back.
But you also would have gone, what? I wish I had him in the 3rd slot right now and not wait until 5th because I want Manny Machado up as much as possible because he's Manny Machado.
Right.
So it's one of those like no-win situations. You get him going, you're happy about it, but then it's like, now what do? I really want to move him back up, but he's producing in the 5th slot. Do I leave him there? It's like, it's kind of a tough no-win situation when you make that change as well.
Ivan says, Woods, you said that Jake has been amazing. You're kidding, right? I'm not kidding. I mean, look, his numbers aren't MVP numbers. Jake Cronenworth consistently puts together really good at bats. He puts together 10, 11, 12 pitch. Again, those are the things that don't show up.
What is he in his first 2 at bats yesterday? Like 19 pitches?
You don't you don't throw that in the stat sheet. Pitches seen, because again, you have a 10 pitch at bat.
Mike Schilt does.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
You put a 10 pitch at bat in the first one. Then the next guy, you have a 9 pitch at bat. That's 19 pitches this guy has thrown to you.
And we're grading on a guy who's your 7 hitter most days.
Yeah, he's 7-8 hitter, right? And he's got, like Adam says, he's got an OBP over 400 over the last month. That's a really good player at the bottom of your lineup. Again, he's not Kyle Schwarber. Like, I don't make that mistake, but he has put together really, really good ABs, and he consistently has. So
he has limitations.
Yeah, of course. Of course, he's a 7-8 hole hitter in the big leagues, man, but can play 3 different positions in the infield for you whenever you need it. Like, he is extremely valuable.
More valuable than the contract that we all complained about for years.
Correct.
That's a steal at this point.
Correct.
And most teams would go, $11 million for Jake Cronenworth. Sign us up. We would take that kind of player easily.
Spring Valley Sean says, Woods is also Mr. Cronenworth. My wife has moved on from Jake Cronenworth. There's been no more Jake Cronenworth. He got married, so she has her eyes affixed on Sean Reynolds.
Why not?
Is her newest, her beloved. So now I'm Mr. Reynolds. Right? Ivan, he looks good up there. I'm not paying $10 million a year for someone that looks good up there.
You are nowadays.
Well, you're not actually
yeah,
paying anybody. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but that's actually about the going rate for a player of Jake Cronenworth's caliber these days. You know that.
It's less than the going rate.
It's less than the going rate. Yeah,
Jake's
correct.
caliber these days. Yeah, the economics of baseball are insane.
They are
but
insane.
You do have to operate in whatever they are right now, and
the market is what the market is.
Yes,
that means he's making a quarter as much as a superstar player makes now, or
right.
40 million or whatever it is.
What's Crony making? 12, like 11? Call it 11 million.
Definitely worth a quarter of a superstar.
Okay.
No doubt about that.
If Crony's contract ended at the end of this year, he's making more than 11 million next year. Some teams
I would think so.
Probably
maybe,
giving him 14, 15.
Yeah, maybe
million.
not as long term because he's obviously,
right.
Starting to get, to the middle toward later stages. How old is Jake now? 30.
He was an older.
Yeah, because he was an older rookie. I want to say 32 now.
He is.
No, he's
31.
I was right the first.
31. Be 32 in January.
Yeah. I mean, he's valuable. He's very, very valuable. He's putting together good ABs and he's spoiling a ton of pitches, and that does wonders for a team, especially at the bottom of the order. It just does wonders for a team at the bottom of the order.
I mean, he goes up there and sees 7-8 pitches. Then he can tell the guys behind him.
Well, and you're just
tracking.
You're just gassing the pitcher. And there's nothing worse than that guy that takes a 10, 12 pitch AB. I mean,
I'm just saying there's so many layers to these
so
good
many,
at-bats.
So many layers. So he's fine. They're fine. They just got to go out and find a way to score runs today.
All this sports talk on the Fan presented by Paramount Plus. Sylvester Stallone is back in the original hit series Tulsa King. This season, Dwight faces his most dangerous adversaries yet, forcing him to fight for everything he's built to protect his empire. Stream the new season of Tulsa King on Sunday, September 21st, exclusively on Paramount Plus. Feel like Pat Summerall reading one of those Sunday ads. Tonight on Murder, She Wrote, Jessica Fletcher encounters a serial killer in Cabot Cove, Maine.
Stay tuned for 60 minutes after the game.
60 minutes after the game.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'm Morley Safer.
Yeah.
I am Harry Reasoner.
All right, Harry, go to break.
All right. We will come back, look at the matchups for tonight's game. Andrew Abbott against Nick Pivetta, who's available in the Padres bullpen after the last couple of days. We'll get to all of that coming up next after traffic with Bennett Woods here on 97.3 The Fan. As you're getting ready for your weekend, though, football watching on whatever network you are watching football on, put together your Prize Picks lineup and win real money. Hey, if you're going to be watching sports anyway, use that sports knowledge and make real money with Prize Picks. You're just setting daily fantasy sports lineups between 2 and 6 players against the number. So like a 6-player lineup, hey, win big. We're talking 10, 20, 50, up to 1,000 times odds. Or 2-player lineup, maybe just 3 times odds, but a better chance to win. You can run your game the way you want, but make sure you always use those max discount squares. Travis Kelce this weekend, more or less than 1/2 of 1 receiving yard. So that's a pretty easy win right there. Combine that with 1 to 5 other players in your lineup and win actual money from Prize Picks. And when you download the app, make sure you use our code KWFN because you're going to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. So $5 of your money, $50 of their money to start playing this weekend. And it's not just football, it's baseball, pennant races, and more. You can set your lineups, cross your sports up every single day. However you want to play, it is totally up to you. Hey, it's Prize Picks. We all love being right. Check it out today. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
You can tune in tonight at 11 p.m. if you're still up. Woodsy, I know you won't be, but if you are, it's Odyssey's annual I'm Listening program, which aims to spread awareness about mental health. Talk saves lives. I'm Listening features some of the biggest names in sports and music. For more information, visit imlistening.org.
Do we have a guest list of who's on there?
I only saw Carson Daly's name. He's always involved. I don't know who the rest of the guests are, but he's the host every year.
Let's see who the guests are. That's 2019. That's not going to.
imlistening.org.
Oh, I'll just do that.
That's just where I told you to go.
I'm listening.
If you want for more information, you seem to be looking for more information.
If you were listening,
I just said for more information, visit imlistening.org.
It's a fair point that you make. All right, I'm still looking.
No apostrophe in I'm because it's, online.
All right, you got Louis Capaldi, Rob Thomas, Amy Lee of Evanescence, Shirley Manson of Garbage. Alex, I've never heard of some of these people. John B., Carson Daly, Billy Idol. Love Billy Idol. Was thinking to myself yesterday as I was listening to a Billy Idol song, is Billy Idol appreciated enough, in your opinion? Sometimes people are appreciated perfectly. Like, oh, he's appreciated enough. I think he's underrated.
I feel like he's right about where he should
be. You do?
But,
okay.
Yeah. Did you say that Garbage is going to be represented?
Yes.
In mental health. The people who wrote the song about misery.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to write it so that you don't feel it.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
It's
sounds good.
Cathartic. The Head and the Heart, Olivia Rodrigo, Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, a lot of big
the
names.
Heart coming to Gallagher Square.
One of your beloved figures, Jacoby Shaddix of Papa Roach.
Papa Roach.
Nobody does it better than you. So, yeah. No, that's Disturbed.
Oh, that's Disturbed.
Papa Roach was cut my life into pieces. Yeah, that's right. Remember when you used to do college football scores or games in Papa Roach voice? Was it college football?
No, it was his Saturday schedule.
Lineup. Yeah, we did.
He'd be like, 12 o'clock.
Ohio
Alabama
State
versus
Michigan.
I need that again. When is it? When do we do that?
Friday.
Friday?
Friday.
All right. I'm going to need Papa Roach back in honor of I'm listening. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And you did it really, really well. Alabama, Ole Miss at 12 o'clock. I mean, it was just the best.
Speaking of
Ben's Disturbed, that one always murders me.
Ben's Disturbed was great. Like he does it. It sounds like an adult baby.
We were trying to do the dun 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 dun.
It's not easy.
It's much harder than you think.
Picture Ben in a bonnet and with a pacifier in his hand, like a little binky, and then adult man baby. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Ben had no. Ben goes, ah! It's brilliant. It's hard to get it. Brilliant.
Wow.
Brilliant. Wow. It's all I picture is him as a man baby in a crib.
I have some misery coming my way after the show today. When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me. Much worse, actually.
No joy in your life today.
Dental cleaning coming up at 11 o'clock this morning before I go to my other job. This makes for a long day.
That's a crap day.
The scraping, the incessant scraping on my teeth. It's not my favorite thing.
It's not my favorite thing either. No. I need to get back myself.
All right. Quickly, we got the Reindl Report coming up. The matchup tonight, Andrew Abbott has owned the Padres, but has struggled a bit in his recent outings. Will the Padres be the get-right gang, as you've labeled them a couple of times?
Don't want that label.
They've labeled themselves.
Can they take advantage of a pitcher that has not thrown some of his best starts in his recent efforts? Game log, last time out, 4 2/3 innings, 5 runs against the Mets. Went 5 innings, 2 runs against the Cardinals, not bad. But then at Arizona, 4 innings, 6 earned runs, 3 starts ago. So that's 3 kind of shaky starts in his last, or at least 2 in his last 3 outings. But overall, for the season, outstanding. 8-6 with a 2.88 ERA. And again, has always been very tough on the Padres.
Very comfortable pitching against the San Diego Padres. 1-0 with an ERA of .92 and 18 Ks in 3 appearances against the Padres in his career.
Now, as we mentioned, Nick Pivetta on the mound for the Padres. They will need Nicky P to give them a little bit of length, because the last 2 days they've used a lot of their back end of the bullpen. I mean, you figure the only 2 guys that are definitely high leverage guys available are probably Adrian Morejon and David Morgan.
Yeah.
You figure Robert Suarez down except in an emergency. Mason Miller probably needs a day off except in an emergency. Jeremiah Estrada probably needs a day off at this point. So you want, if you get 7 out of Nick Pivetta, that would be ideal in today's game.
You've got a healthy Ron Marinaccio, Ben, who has been the most slept on reliever in the Padres bullpen right now. Wandy's only thrown 12 pitches in 2 days. He's probably available to go. David Morgan's fresh. Marinaccio, Morejon, as you mentioned, we're fine. If the offense scores, we're good. They don't,
but it's hard to count on that again against a guy who's been very tough on the San Diego Padres.
Indeed.
So big game tonight. Again, 1 hour earlier than a usual night game.
Normally,
day.
Normally, I'm elated for an earlier start.
Normally it's 1:10 on a getaway day.
Yeah,
but Padres are still at home tomorrow, so they're going to do 5:40. And Sammy will have a pregame show at 4:40 this afternoon from the loft.
I've got a T-ball meeting at 5.
Oh,
it starts at 5. So hopefully that
39-minute meeting.
How much do we really need to meet about T-ball? Keep them safe. Have fun. Don't take it too serious.
Put the balls on top of the tee.
On top of the tee. Don't throw your bats at your coach's shins. Things of that nature. And pay attention so you don't get smoked with the ball. That's it. That's really, I just did the whole meeting for you in 5 minutes. Here's your gear. Here's your uniforms. Have a great season.
All right, we'll come back, Paulie, with the headlines from the Reindl Report when we return.
Now, there's a list that has made its way out onto the interwebs, the 25 most influential people in sports media.
Of the 2000s.
Of the 2000s. We will see if we made it next.
Influential.
We
can't
narrator.
We can't even get out. We can't even get out of a round table.
We can't even win a UT award.
Influential.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we may have the great ratings, but we have no influence.
Correct.
Not at all.
Not a little.
Spoiler alert: we're not on the list.
Are you
tell
sure?
Who is?
I'm pretty sure.
Coming up next here on 97.3 The Fan. First, though, this is wildfire season. It has hit us. We saw some, earlier this week out in El Cajon area, Lakeside area. What can happen really quickly? Things can get out of control. We've seen it in the past year, San Diego, and the only way that we can all be safe is to be prepared, and SDG&E to be prepared sometimes means they're going to have to call for a public safety power shutoff.
Yeah, they don't want to do it. They know it's an inconvenience, but they'd rather you be alive than dead and be prepared. So you can stay prepared during an emergency by having an emergency kit, a plan, and by making sure that SDG&E has your most up-to-date contact information. Should they need to contact you in case of an emergency, you can sign up for outage notifications at sdge.com/notify, or do what we did, download Alerts by SDG&E app.
They're very sciencey with it as well.
Yes.
With their meteorologists and, looking at the forecast, they'll alert you as far in advance as they can, and then they'll alert you as soon as the power is back on. Safe to, go back and start using your appliances because you're good to go, but you need to have that app. Download it, Alerts by SDG&E, and put your information in at sdgne.com/notify.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Went to prison yesterday. I didn't tell you guys this.
I did not hear this story.
I mean, I would have gone to prison. had I-
Sentenced to prison? That's the justice system is moving swiftly now.
No,
Okay.
no, I would have been arrested, tried, convicted, and then sent to prison yesterday. I went to my beloved CVS by my house and needed to get a prescription. The line was 65 deep, as it always is. So I waited for 15, 20 minutes. I had to get back and pick my kid up from soccer. And so I waited and waited until I couldn't wait anymore. And I go, oh, they have these protein shakes that I like here. The only place that has this flavor. So I went back, grabbed one, and just absentmindedly started walking out of CVS. Did not pay for it. In my mind said, you've been here for 20 minutes. Like you've done all the business you need to do. And I'm walking.
You can either pay with money or time.
Time. I paid.
You decided to pay with time.
They got 25 minutes out of me. Shouldn't that entitle me to a free protein shake?
Even at minimum wage,
right?
You probably have enough to buy a protein shake.
So I literally walked. Guys, I got as far as the
the doors,
the scanners.
It's gonna alert.
Yeah.
Do they put those on like the protein shakes? I mean,
I don't think they have.
Or is it just the more high ticket merchandise?
I
never know what sets off the.
But you
alarm.
know, somebody's up the eye in the sky up there at CVS is watching to see, loss prevention. They have loss prevention people. But I went like this. I went straight out and out loud. I go, oh my God, I got to pay for this. I forgot. And I just so anybody that saw me knew.
I assume that. I know we have to get to the Reindl Report. I assume this has happened to everybody where you have actually paid for an item, but they forgot to take off the security device and it went off when you went out the door. What do? You stop? I just keep going. If I know I've paid for it, I just go like, hey, it's on you now.
You go to your car, like keep walking to your car.
It's not on me. If you messed up, I paid for it. I'm good to go. I'm under no obligation to return to the store if I'm not doing anything wrong. Your alarm's going off. You fix it. I don't need to come back.
You don't stop and make sure everything's okay.
I just keep going.
Wow, that's insane behavior to me.
I mean, if someone came up to me like the security guard, say, "Well, I paid for this. You can go check." But if no one stops me, I don't go back in. And go, everything okay? Like, hey, I totally paid for it.
I do.
Keep walking.
I do
to my
that.
car.
Am I good? I paid. I just checked me out. I do the full on check because I don't want any
panic.
Yeah, Ben. What if you got
calm as cool as a cucumber?
What if you got wrong?
Paid,
What if you
got
got
the receipt in my
wrongfully?
hand?
No,
I just keep going.
I've seen too much happen. Where you'll get put in handcuffs and taken away, and you're like, I paid for this, and then you get taken down to the police station. You'd be crying in the back of the cop car, even though you know you didn't do anything wrong. What if something slipped into your bag?
Slipped in.
All right,
holding the receipt.
Bad boy Ben strikes again. Holy, Paulie, what do you stop? Right,
100%
every time.
Really,
every time. Ben just keeps briskly walking to his car.
I at least stop and just kind of do the look around, like
this is it. Yeah, call us today. Look around, like what was that? And keep going.
Yeah.
well, we good?
Like I'm confident in knowing that like I have the receipt in the bag and I paid for this. I know I didn't do anything illegal, but you still stop and you do the oh god.
All I pictured was Woods from Ben and Woods, local sports radio host, arrested for stealing protein shake at CVS. Like, hey man, times are tough. I actually had a really good day. We got really good numbers. Everything's fine. I have the money. So yeah, shoplifting. So I don't know what triggered in me, but it was like I hit the threshold. It was like whoa,
less shoplifting and more senility.
Senility.
I get freaked out sometimes. I'll be walking through the store and I'll just have something like kind of small maybe in my hand, and I'll accidentally, like if I'm wearing a hoodie, like put it in my pocket or pocket of my pants, and you're like, because that's just where I kind of put my stuff.
Yes, dude.
And like go to reach your phone, and then you put something in there, and you're like, I'm not stealing this. Oh crap! I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Like,
I got a couple Advil before our game the other day, like the little individuals,
yeah,
at the gas station, and I'm walking around. I got my phone in one hand and the little packets of Advil. And I went to put it in my shorts pocket just to hold it while I got 10 waters for the game. And I go, nope. And I walked up and I go, I'm going to put these here. And I just left these two. I'm so terrified of being arrested ever again, especially for that. I can't believe you just walk like a badass. He just walks out the door.
I don't know. I feel like those systems are flawed.
Have you guys calibrated these? Yeah. Because this seems off. I paid for all my items.
All right, let's get to some headlines.
Wow.
Paulie, it's time for the Reindl Report after traffic.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser, Alpine Spring Water. Got a few things wrapping up our morning drive. Collision on southbound 805 right at the 905 connector. Looks like a pickup truck and a big rig involved. Got the right lane blocked. Also, northbound 5 before Claremont Drive, a collision over the right shoulder, and hit and run crash eastbound 8 just before College. That's over to the right shoulder. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right. 2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right. By the way, you know what? You know who else just walks out of places after they steal something? Bank robbers. They just walk out to their car. They just briskly walk to their car and they get in. They drive away. Just so you know.
Now,
you might get shot.
If like one of those like dye packs goes off, I'm probably stopping. They attach those to protein shakes nowadays.
Man, It's unhinged behavior on your part. Go ahead, Paulie.
All right, let's get to our Awful Announcing put out their list of the 25 most influential sports media personalities of the 2000s.
We didn't make it.
We did not make it.
Like 2000 to today.
Yeah, if you were going to go back 25 years ago, it was a little bit different. Everybody, it says here, I'm reading it. You got all your highlights from SportsCenter, and social media was just chat rooms and message boards and stuff like that. The game has changed. So I was surprised. I thought, I don't particularly like this person at number 25, but just to get a sense of the list, Colin Cowherd was number 25. He came in in last on their list. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I would say he's pretty influential. Others in front of him, we'll get to the top 10. Dan Levitard was at 19.
Don't skip our beloved Ernie Johnson at 24.
He was at 24.
We love Ernie Johnson.
Mina Kimes, Stuart Scott was on the list. Dan Patrick, Bob Costas was number 12.
Yeah, these are all
13.
These make perfect sense to me.
So when we go, let's start in the top 10 here. Number 10 was Erin Andrews, and I think that's an appropriate spot. She kind of was the face of sideline reporting.
I'd say she's influential.
Yeah. Pat McAfee at number 9.
She's just on fire.
Newer, but yeah.
Dave Portnoy, number 8. I was surprised he wasn't higher, to be honest.
I am too.
Actually. Doris Burke at number 7. Number 6 was Scott Van Pelt.
Ooh, I thought he'd be higher.
Ben's beloved.
I thought he'd be higher.
Little man crush? A little bit?
Yeah, big man crush.
MVP.
We got a couple of duos here, and it makes sense. Adam Schefter and Adrian Wojnarowski, just the ESPN insiders over the last 25 years. Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon.
I feel yes, I guess they're doing it over the last 25 years.
Over the last 25 years, pardon the interruption. Still going.
I know they did. They did. You're right. I was just gonna say maybe not in recent years, but I could be wrong. But I like both of those guys. I think that's a good show. I think they're really
it's always been good.
Always been
good.
Yep.
I
love how crotchety they are. Yeah. I'm a crotchety.
And they're not hot take.
No, they're not.
Spewers.
They're just good. They're good at what they do.
They have takes, but
they're very good with the banter and giving it to each other with their takes. All right, top 3. Any guesses?
Stephen A.
You're gonna hear some Stephen A.
Yeah.
Number 3 goes to Charles Barkley.
Oh, Chuck.
Agreed.
And then number 2 was Stephen A. Smith. Number 1 went to Bill Simmons. I thought that was debatable.
Definitely, if you did this list 12 years ago, like the first 15 years
with The Ringer, and
I don't know. Lately, I don't feel like his influence has been as big as it used to be. Maybe he pulls more strings behind the scenes than I know about.
Very smart, dude. It's very, very smart. It's intelligent. He's intelligent.
I used to love just reading that yellow column he did.
Yeah.
Boston Sports Guy, whatever it was. He was good.
I don't know that I have a flavor of sports. I really don't. I'm not a McAfee guy. I'm not really a.
Well, I'll say he influenced because everybody writes like he does.
Yes.
Like he started basically that.
Where's Jeff Passan on this list? Is he?
I don't know if Jeff Passan made it onto the list.
Woj and Schefter made it, but not Jeff Passan.
The trio. No?
I mean, out of the last 25 years, how much has Passan dominated? Only the last 5 or 6.
True.
Right?
Callis a day. Stephen A. Smith influenced me not to watch ESPN. That's true. He does bug. He bugs.
Who, Stephen?
Yeah.
Stephen A?
He's good at what he does. I respect him. He makes a ton of money.
We've had him on.
Yeah. I mean, he makes a ton of money. He is funny. He is funny. If you watch him and don't take it seriously, he's funny. Like Skip Bayless. If you watch him and
I see clips from his off the air show that he does, and they're hilarious. But I don't consume a lot of sports national talking head shows. I really don't.
Old boy over here though.
That's all he does.
Where's Maggie and Perloff?
Not as much.
Matt, no. What are you listening to now these days?
Well,
self-help,
playoff season. A lot of MLB radio.
I'm with you.
Golf radio. All right, and then finally, gentlemen, it is that time of year.
Quickly, it is that time of year. Take these 25 guys and women that you just mentioned, Paulie.
Mm-hmm.
We are at that time of year, and somebody brought it up in the chat. This is where those 25 are really at their worst because it's baseball playoffs. Baseball is wrapping up, and you won't hear worse takes from.
Wasn't a lot of baseball people on that list.
Stephen A. Smith, Colin Cowherd, with some of the worst baseball chatter of your entire. Bill Simmons is good. It's some of the worst baseball chatter you have ever heard in your entire life from those guys. Ever. just keep that in mind as you move forward. This
Bob
is that
Costas
time
was at number 13 on that list.
He's great.
Yeah.
Joe Buck was on there.
Joe Buck's great.
Finally, it is that time of year where we do this, I think, every year. We're going to make plans and say we want to do something, but we're definitely not going to do it. It was announced yesterday, the Extra Innings Festival in spring training out in Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah, every year.
February 2026.
Okay.
It's always right around when we go out there for
Yep.
like 3 or 4 days. We're like, do we want to extend our trip by a day or two?
This is what
Because
says
look
no.
at this lineup.
And even if we did, do we want to drive all the way from Peoria to Tempe?
Correct.
And the answer would also be no.
Your headliners are Friday night, Mumford and Sons,
Pass.
Saturday night, 21 Pilots,
Pass.
and Sunday night, Blink 182.
Okay.
Other art acts on there are the Goo Goo Dolls. I'm trying to go with all the names that I've.
Peach Pit, Marcy Playground,
Yeah.
just playing Sex and Candy
Cage
over
the
and over
Elephant,
and over.
Dashboard Confessional.
Cage is amazing. Lord Huron,
Switchfoot,
yes.
Public Enemy, Sublime, Bowling for Soup, and Ben's beloved Article Sound System's going to be
Article
there.
Sound System. Ass, otherwise known as Ass.
Oh, and Deer Tick?
Deer Tick's good.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're very good.
You don't want one.
Very good. You do not want one, no.
No.
All right, that is it for us. We'll come back tomorrow.
I'm going to go home and fix my cocks today.
I'm going to the dentist. We'll be
Still
back for
having
5
problems.
hours with a roundtable tomorrow. So rest up, everybody. See if the Padres get an important win later today. For Paulie, for Woods, I'm Ben. Braden coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.